Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, post-nasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
You need to do what?
Nothing. Fuck the kids.
No, what are you gonna do?
No, I need to break out all my wrestling shirts. They're sitting in a drawer. I need to lose about 50 pounds.
I was gonna say, what size are they?
Oh, they'll fit. Just they might be
medium.
They just might fit like everything else. A little tight in the midsection, as they call it.
Loosen.
Well, that's not the mid. That's the midsection.
Loosen the caboose and tighten the turbine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Friday night. The place to be. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but this is the fucking spot. What the fuck? Shane's typing jokes. What's up, Paul? Psycho Platters is in here. Thumpfinger, good to see you. Skinny Artist, good to see you. I think everybody else I may have said what's up to over on the Twitch side of things. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out over there, and thanks everybody for joining us on YouTube. We got a fun fucking fuck factory full of fun tonight. Fuck factory full of fun tonight, Jay. It's the start of my vacation. I'm going to be off all next week, going into, through, and about Labor Day. I feel like I'm incapable of using prepositions at this point. Anyway, so yeah, we got a big week of fun ahead. Hopefully playing golf a bunch of times this week. I think we might be playing tomorrow. I don't know. We'll fucking see. But yeah, loving Jay's caddy look. That ain't no fucking caddy look. What is that?
My everyday look. This is just how I dress.
He's just a schmuck, Mark.
Who said that?
He's just a schmuck.
Yeah, sorry.
He dresses like a schmuck.
No, it's not a caddy look for sure.
It's a schmuck.
No collared shirt on. No solid color shorts. Can't wear Vans and caddy.
Did you have to go get super tight blue shorts to wear? You wear shorts?
Yeah. You can only wear Sansabelts though.
Ooh,
Sansabelt shorts.
that's a good look. That's a good look. I like a Sansabelt.
Or bike. They do let you wear bike.
Bike shorts?
Yeah.
Dude, you put on a pair of bike shorts, you're getting fucking arrested. Let me just cut to the chase.
No, coach's shorts, not the cycling
No, that's
shorts.
what I'm. Yeah, you're getting arrested. You put those on, you are getting arrested in 30 minutes, guaranteed. It's a guaranteed situation. So we got. I did a little hold please on a record this week, and went up today to the spot, picked up my hold please and a couple of other records, and man, there's nothing like I was talking about this before, but the probably music's pretty loud. Sorry. There's nothing better that when you're coming up against like a vacation week, or like maybe an extra day you get for a holiday, Memorial Day, Labor Day, something like that. And that Friday, going to a record store, maybe I'm not much of a get lunch kind of guy. Normally I keep it pretty nip
You don't
tuck.
like meeting friends you haven't seen in a while for lunch?
No. So, but I stopped at Bojangles, got me a Cajun filet biscuit combo today after I went to the record store. Did you really?
Me too. Yeah. No, man, I got mine at like 7:30 this morning. What time did you get yours?
2 o'clock.
Oh.
It was my first food of the day. How many meals have you eaten by then?
2?
Sure.
Like 90% of America, like all healthy eaters should.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. You do your wizardry dieting shit.
No, I just don't eat early.
No, I know, because somebody told you shouldn't. So,
I'm not hungry
no, somebody told you shouldn't do it, so you don't do it.
because I like to feel all the
You're a sheep. You're a sheep. Anybody ever told you you're a sheep?
I like to feel all the caffeine.
No, you're a
I like
sheep.
it. I like to get nice and jittery
You're
before
a
I
diet sheep.
eat. But no, it's a little. I
Do yourself, man. You only,
cheat.
you only live once, you know? See whatever you want.
Yeah,
man.
but you can live once till you're 53, or you can live once till you're fucking 80.
What? Once you're dead, it ain't gonna matter. You ain't gonna know anyway.
I mean, that's true, but that's also dumb.
I mean, when you're dead,
As long as
dead.
you're ready, as long as you still want to live.
I'll tell you what the important part is make sure you give your heart to Jesus Christ before that
Let's
happens.
take it easy. Back off.
Long man, have you ever given your heart to
No,
Jesus?
we're not doing the whole thing. We're not going to do a whole thing.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, let's not get serious. Do we put the serious graphic back up?
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at.
The seal.
I think I deleted it.
Lips are sealed.
I got an okra seed in my mouth.
Huh.
Eating some pickled
Did you
okra.
eat some okra earlier?
Pickled okra. You a pickled okra guy? Of course not.
I had a lot of okra as a kid, actually. We used to go to a restaurant every Sunday for a while. And,
Dude says praise the Lord.
dude, Aaron, I just saw a short today with Mark Summers. He's got his own podcast now. He's got all these, like, older celebrities that come on there and do the podcast. He's a good host. You know Mark Summers.
I do know Mark Summers. Yeah, I actually do intermittent fasting without even trying. Now I was doing it before I knew what it was, because I only just my first meal's at 2 o'clock.
Say live your life. I mean, you know.
That is my life.
I
I don't want to
wake
get up and eat breakfast. That's gross as fuck.
You wake up and want to eat something, eat it. I mean,
Gross. I want caffeine. Drugs.
I don't think anybody would say, like, unless you're like 600 pounds, like the way we are, I don't think anybody's going to say anything to us for eating much we want.
What do you mean? What?
Like,
Who's going to say? What do you?
The
talking
world doesn't care if you like.
about? The world doesn't care. I don't give a fuck about the world.
I get more judgment from you than anybody else. Why are you eating that sugar? It's gonna kill you, man.
Yeah. Keep fucking around. You're gonna fuck around and find out. You're gonna lose your foot. You gonna lose your foot?
How many people do you know that's lost their foot due to sugar?
I don't want to comment on that.
Oh, like I'm saying, do you know a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen?
No, not that many. Not that.
Okay, and out of like the thousands of people you know, only like less than a dozen.
The
But
thousands.
chances are pretty good.
Thousands of people I know.
Hundreds of people you know. That's pretty good odds that it's not going to happen to me. I mean,
You're at the top of the list. That's all I'm gonna say. You're the front runner. You got the pole position, Jack. You're lined up right next to Harry
you should
Gant.
just be able to eat whatever you want to eat. you know,
Oh, I think so
not
too.
feel bad
It
about
doesn't work
you
that
know?
way, but I think so too.
It's just food.
Dave once ate too much alphabet soup and had a huge vowel movement.
That's
Attaboy.
happened to me once.
Attaboy, Dave.
Except it got in the, it got stuck in the pull of the car on the door.
What?
The pull thing handle, the inside handle on the old 86 Citation. Chevy Citation.
I know a citation. Yeah.
Had a little indention on, like the little leather thing, had a little indention right there. You could just stick your hand in.
Uh-huh.
That got covered up with it one time. With alphabet soup.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Yeah.
feces.
No, I ate too much.
You ate too much. Oh, you threw it up?
Yeah, on the way to bowling lessons one time when I was a kid.
So you were literally bowling for soup? Is that the bit? Is that what you're doing?
No, I actually did it in the car though, and I got to the bowling alley. It was like lunchtime. I just scarfed that down, and I was hungry, so I had to get a hot dog when I got
You
there.
throw up and go,
No, I felt great after it happened. Actually.
Sure you would.
It's just soup.
It's like me throwing up and yelling, cornbread!
Well, it's like it's your own vomit. It doesn't gross you out. Like your own vomit doesn't gross you out.
I mean, it's not gross.
Yeah,
We're
like-
running off people. We don't want to do a whole vomit thing.
but like, have you ever vomited hot? Like, I vomited hot wings up one time, like really hot wings. Mm-hmm. That's the worst feeling in the world. Mm. Like, that's an I'm gonna die feeling. I don't know if anybody else has had that, but let that sink in.
My fiance died. That was a pretty bad feeling. I don't know where that ranks to you, but yeah, you're right. Hot wings is probably right there. It's close.
She died because she ate a lot of bad food.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly how she died.
That's true.
Yeah. Hot wings, though. Ooh.
I'm starting to think what the worst thing I've ever thrown up is. I can't
I
think
did it
of
right
anything.
before a pork chop show. We went out to eat at Hooters one time.
No,
before
you were
a show.
nervous. I remember that. You were
And I
nervous.
did it, yeah. And I went and threw it, and I ate hot wings. I went and threw them up into the toilet right before we started packing the Buick. Did we drive the Buick back then?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I may have borrowed Dwayne's van.
Yeah, what's been going on with you this week?
I haven't done anything this week, actually. I'm starting work next week,
Officially.
officially. So this week I've just been kind of, really just being lazy,
Sure.
honestly. I've been kind of bored.
I'm having a whole lot of work done in my house.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Mine's been a lot more boring than yours, apparently.
This week's not been. It's no bueno. No bueno, as they say.
But you have a new roof. That looked.
I got a new
It looked
roof.
Good.
I
when
got a
saw
new
it
roof right now.
yesterday.
Yeah, it's. I think it's done. Whole bunch more to come.
You might see your energy bill go down. Too.
Lot of money being spent.
Yeah.
It's tough scenes. It's a tough time. It's a tough time to be a banana around here. Tough time to be a banana.
You know, but it's an investment.
So yeah, if you got one of those, you got a prom sub floating around. I mean,
I've never watched one of these before.
What is it?
The North Carolina. I've seen the
Oh, it's
Illinois
the
ones like
lottery?
1,000 times
The
when I was a
lotteries?
kid on
Yeah.
WGN, but that no Greensboro. Not Greensboro, so.
Have you fucked around with those dating apps much anymore?
Yeah.
You were a dating app guy, right?
You can't be lonely with Farmers Only. That's the one I'm on. Farmers Only.
Oh, you're a Farmers Only guy?
Yeah.
You know, I worked with this. Speaking of farmers, I worked with this guy when I worked at Arby's, but his family was like hardcore farmers, like out in the middle of nowhere.
Mikey?
I don't want to say names. Acres and acres of just farmland and stuff. But for whatever reason, he wanted a job like in the private sector, like coming out in like in Arby's. But he told all these cool like farm
Was he a
stories.
politician? Private sector?
Yeah, he told all these fucking crazy farm stories, inseminating cows and getting up early in the morning and yanking on teats and all that shit.
Yeah.
But he told this story about his uncle, who was also a farmer. They had like a compound or whatever.
Yeah.
And his uncle marched upstairs. His wife is reading a book, right? And he's got a fucking sheep under his arm. Carries a sheep up the stairs. His wife's sitting there reading a book. And he tells the wife, he's like, honey, this is the pig I fuck when you're not around. And she says, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a sheep. And he says, shut up, bitch, I wasn't talking to you.
Did you get clearance from the SEC to do that?
Now, I wanted to thank that joke came in from David Calder. David Calder from Greensboro, North Carolina. Or no, Sumner. He put Sumner in parentheses, which is just outside of Greensboro. David Calder, thank you for sending the joke in. Always appreciate the jokes get sent into the program. So,
Man, that was a bad one, I heard.
yeah. So thanks to David Calder for that. So we're back. We're good. We're ready to go. It's Record Night City here over here.
Somewhere. Records. You into records?
So yeah, we got a good show. I got some digs. Zonkman's in the house as well. You got some digs, Zonkman?
Yeah, I got some digs.
Zonkman's got some
brought
digs.
the heat
How about
tonight.
you, Jay? You got some digs?
Yep.
Fuck no, of course you don't.
Tons.
Hey, contribute to the show, Jay. Oh, I'll just show up and fucking piss people off. Sure, we'll do that.
What do I do? I don't piss people off. I just tell
don't
the
think
truth.
so.
I'm like Morton Downey Jr. I just tell it like it is.
I mean, I think that's a great place to start, right there. Yeah, I'm like Morton Downey Jr. I think that's exactly right. And I think that harkens back to my original point.
I beat myself
You're pissing
up.
people off.
I beat myself up in the bathroom, blaming on Nazis, skinheads.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
unfortunate.
fucking...
Okay.
yeah.
I think that the whole thing did him in.
What's that?
That whole Nazi skinhead beat him up in the bathroom. Kind of.
I don't know. That skyrocketed him to the forefront, I would say.
Equator.
Yeah, I would think so. What's up, Jazz Bums? Is that the ocean or is there a noise gate going wild?
We
Also,
turned,
you have an incredible sex drive? Holy shit.
What?
There.
God, man.
Woo! Come on now. Getting spicy in here. I had a fan going. There is a noise gate popping, but to cut out the like PC fans and shit like that. But
My sex drive.
I should cut it off when Jay's here because he's a fucking mumble talker.
My sex drive needs a map.
I think that's what. Never mind. Never mind.
My sex drive got.
Morton Downey was great as Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man just fucking burning lung darts the whole fucking time. Sure.
I don't think you ever quit smoking.
Of course he didn't quit. So he did when he died. Hey, Shane posted in the Discord earlier this week. God, why do I have all these selected? That is unfortunate. I didn't put these in order. None of these are in order. That's unfortunate. All right. Hey, look, here's some blurred out boobs. Sure. Aim on the Sniffers. Announced a new album this week. And they shared a video from the shit called Chewing Gum. I've never super big time business gotten into Aim on the Sniffers. I'm kind of indifferent towards them. I think they're a pretty good punk band, but I've never really kind of jumped all into them or whatever. But that is really cool. I know a lot of the VC kind of into them and shit. The new album's going to be dropping on October 25th. It's going to be called Cartoon Darkness. It's going to be their third album.
Okay.
So, folks that dig the punk rock music, you like the punk rock music, Jay?
Some, you know.
Yeah,
it's not my
okay.
favorite.
Okay.
It's not my favorite.
All right. Sure.
It's got his place. It's got its place in history, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
But it's not really my favorite thing. You know. I don't really think they're great musicians necessarily, but.
What? Just punk rock in general? Of course, that's not necessarily the point of punk
You know,
rock.
it's just kind of noise, which that's what we did growing up, though. You know. I mean.
It's getting around, bang around in the garage, and
Until you figure something out.
till you
kind of
figure
thing.
something out. Fuck yeah, that's what it's all about. Something that came out today. I'm at anal sniffers at the dog park.
There are lots of them there. Usually at dog parks.
I met them down at the homeless shelter, but that's a whole different bag of beans. Speaking of bag of beans,
Yeah.
we call it a segue in the business.
Yeah.
Big fans of Crowbar here at this program. At least me. I fucking love Crowbar. I recently picked up like 4 cassettes from Crowbar because they were on a mega sale. They were like $3 a piece.
Yeah.
This was not one of them. This is not one of them. This is Lifeblood for the Downtrodden. When they kind of got back together, they did an album in 2001 and then got back together in 2003, and it kind of looked like they were about to stop maybe, but didn't. This came back. They picked up the original drummer, what's his name, Craig Nunn something, and Rex Brown from Pantera came in to do the bass and shit.
Huh.
And talk about art of the riff, man. Fucking Kurt Winstein,
Which one's he?
the big fat fuck with
Yeah.
a long beard.
Okay.
What a massive guitar tone this guy has. I mean, it just. And I was doing a little deep dive today.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking up an amp, which led me to look up another amp. These were orange amps I was looking at. And I know like Dimebag turned Kurt onto those solid state Randalls back in the day. Yeah. And Kurt's a big solid state guy. So is Buzz from the Melvins.
I knew that. Yeah.
Loves playing the solid state amps and gets like a he prefers his tone that he can replicate easily through those solid state amps. And there was an orange amplifier that's a solid state that you can get for a fucking like $300-400 used, like 120 watt.
Yeah, well,
massive head.
They're way cheaper to get solid state.
Yeah, but kind of surprised, but I didn't realize he was a solid state guy. But not trying to complain about. No, it's all good, dude. We had a fan on because it was hot as fuck in here, and if we keep it does the in the background if we do that. We should cut it off before the show starts, but we be forgetting shit around here. You know how we do.
We're stupid.
You snagged 3 of those Crowbar tapes. Did you really? Oh, good shit, man. Good shit. Glad to. I appreciate that. That's great. I love to hear that. Yeah, that's you know, I learned about Crowbar. Me and Jay probably learned about Crowbar the same fucking way. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I remember they talking about how fat he was. These guys are fat. But when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, what is this? Yeah. And so I went and bought that, it's one of the tapes I got. I can't remember the name of the album, but fell in love with it immediately.
I'm actually looking up Randall heads.
The solid state ones?
Yeah, they're actually a little more pricey than the average solid state.
Are you looking at like classic ones, like from the 80s?
Yes. I just put Randall head in.
I think you can thank Dimebag for that. And actually, Curtis went back to those from Crowbar. He got a little thing where he was playing the orange amps, and he said later, like, I really dug the orange solid state joints, but he was like, dude, but I've made fucking 12 records with Crowbar with the Randalls. He was like, don't scoot forward. It puts us off plane.
I'm hitting that thing right there.
Well, don't lean back. It's not a fucking lounge chair. We're not poolside at the fucking Holiday Inn in Tulsa, Jay. Set up like you got a pair.
Sure.
Posture. Posture up. But yeah, I fucking love Crowbar. And this is a reissue. I don't think this has been reissued, honestly. I don't know if it's ever been on vinyl at all, honestly. Maybe. But it's a great opportunity to pick this up on vinyl if you're interested in that, so be sure to check that out.
Vinyl.
Got a couple of wild cards tonight. And this was one, you know, maybe the cover kind of roped me in. I didn't do anything with these graphics. I'm fucking stupid. This cover kind of roped me in, and I don't know, man. I just this is something. When I first started looking at stuff this week, I thought maybe like, man, it looks like not a lot of great shit came out this week, but this was pretty cool, man. I have to say, a band called Fake Fruit. This is Mucho Mistrust from Car Park Records, and it's got this like '90s indie kind of sound. It's real quirky. Mm-hmm. Really interesting kind of stuff. It's got some horns on some tracks, and I'll call it like acrobatic kind of singing. Kind of goes all over the place. It's a trio from Oakland, and I think they put out a bunch of records, but or at least several records. Pretty cool stuff. If you like kind of that classic '90s indie sound, this is some brand new shit coming out now. But that's what it reminded me of. I mean, there's times I got kind of a Butthole Surfers a little bit kind of out there at times, but enough in the pocket to where you can groove to it. It's not extremely experimental.
So it
but
sounds like something out of Seattle.
No, not really.
Said alternative.
Yeah, I did say alternative.
90s alternative.
No, I said 90s indie.
Indie, yeah.
Come on.
What is 90s indie? I don't even know what that would be considered.
I mean, that would include a lot of the Seattle bands. But also, if you think about, I mean, 80s and 90s, you got the Athens sound and shit like that. You know, so there's stuff coming out of Texas, sure. Big Austin scene, yeah. A lot of different stuff coming out. But that college rock kind of vibe, it definitely has a 90s college rock. Maybe that's a better way to describe it. Because indie and alternative maybe sound a little more too radio friendly. This may not be quite as radio friendly as some of that stuff. Anyway,
Cool.
neither here nor there.
I dig it. I dig it.
How about something for the heads?
Oh, something for the head. What kind of heads?
These kind of heads. Jay.
Okay.
This is a Cool Keith Diesel Truckers on Threshold Records. This is a 2 LP set. I guess these guys first got together. This is Cool Keith and Cut Master Kurt. God, I forgot his fucking name. I guess they originally got together on the 99 album, First Come, First Serve, on the Dr. Doom record. But this is one where they kind of dropped it themselves. I think it came out in 2004. And that's the only time it's been pressed. And this is a limited edition, this double LP. I think there's only 300 of these motherfuckers. But big fans of Cool Keith. I mean, one of the most weirdo out there, not one of the, I would say the most unique MCs that's ever graced God's green earth, Cool Keith. He's not rapping about the normal kind of stuff that you think of hip hop. He definitely got his own little unique niche in the area, and
cool logo on that record. Looks like the Kenworth logo,
yeah,
or the Pitbull or whatever.
Diesel Truckers. Diesel Truckers.
What's the Pitbull company? A Mack truck.
Mack truck? You're not a Mack truck guy, are you?
Mack trucks?
Yeah. I'm a Kenworth.
I used to drive the Mack.
I'm a Kenworth. I'm a Peterbilt guy.
How's your Peterbilt?
I'm not a big Mack truck guy. I have to tell you.
Volvo trucks? You ever driven a Volvo? You ever drove a big truck before?
I have driven a larger truck
than you had a license for?
Yes, I did not have a license for it. I was training. I had to double clutch. You ever had to double clutch?
No, I wanted to learn how to drive. I'd love to learn how to drive a 18-wheeler. I want to go.
That's your next job.
I'll go to truck driving school.
That's your next job.
There's actually good money in that. People won't do it right now.
Of course, it's good money. It'll be replaced by
and you get all the hookers in any town you want.
All the hookers? I mean, you can get all the hookers anywhere if you have enough money.
No, but you got a truck though. They're attracted to men with trucks. There's women that are really attracted to men with trucks in every city.
They're called lot lizards.
Oh, yeah. They probably have.
I happen to know some lot lizards.
Do you really?
Yeah, I did a documentary about a lot lizard one time. True story.
For the news?
No.
Just on your own?
A project me and one of my filmmaking partners did.
You knew her?
Huh?
You knew her, or you got to know her?
We got to know her. Yeah.
She a drug addict?
No, she wrote a series of novels called Red High Heels that was about lot lizards. She wasn't actually a lot lizard, allegedly, but she wrote books about them. But she knew an awful lot about it.
Ever tell you?
That's all I'll tell you.
Did I ever tell you about?
I may have saw her vagina by accident.
Did I ever tell you about my third cousin who ran a brothel out of his home in Greensboro?
No.
He lived right next to the church too.
We probably don't want to get into that.
But yeah.
Been listening to Third Base all week. The Cactus album. Hell yeah! I got one Third Base. Oh, the camera froze.
Third Base.
Give me a little refresh on the camera, Jay. And we'll take this opportunity to get up close and personal here on this camera. You can focus in on the new fade this week. Got the fresh fade. Sure. And now we're back. Boom. This was something that we played in our. It'll be coming up on what we played. I played one of the old joints, but the reason I did play it was because, goddamn, my mouse keeps double clicking by accident. It's really, I'm gonna have to get a new mouse.
You got that one, didn't you?
No, I just got a new keyboard. I'm getting a new mouse. Mega Drive, one of my favorite synthwave artists of all time, I'll say. And this is a 2023 album. Now, the one I played earlier, there's two that came out, 198 XAD and 199 XAD. This is 200 XAD. The other ones came out in like 2014 and then I think like 2019, and then This one came out last year, but I guess it's finally getting a fucking vinyl press. That dropped today. And man, these guys do it exceptionally well. Really dark, aggressive synthwave, really up in your face. It's not atmospheric as much as it is like driving, pounding,
In your face.
get the party moving kind of synthwave joints, which is, there's a lot of stuff that's more lower key and stuff, but
Yeah.
this stuff is just really thumping, really thumping. And we had a good time listening to one of the older albums earlier, but yeah, this came out last year. It's finally available on vinyl. Go check it out. Give it a little Bandcamp listen if it's your cup of tea. And yeah. Aaron says, breaking news, Whores at the Poorhouse, October 16th.
Whores at the Poorhouse. Can't wait to see them.
I did see that, Aaron. I did see
How
that.
many
And
gonna be
that's,
there?
huh?
How many are going to be there?
Huh?
How many?
Will you stop? That's on my radar.
Doris?
I'll be at that show.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, I'll be at that show.
All right. Good.
I'm going to contact Mr. Michael Pilmer, who I believe also enjoys the Whores. And we're gonna do it up. Aaron, you should come too. Donk Man,
What date is it?
October 16th. I'll be in Montana that week. Come on, Aaron.
That's a Monday, I think.
No. The 16th is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What are you, a weatherman?
What the fuck is that? Let's do a shot. I'm not fucked up enough.
I'm not either. On the serious tip, I did read something
get
today.
serious.
I did read something today. I went in this deep dive today and come across Moby, and he's making a comeback. He's like doing stuff for the first time.
What deep dive did you do that ended you on Moby? I have to know how.
I don't know. I just saw where he was just doing some. I just got deep into something and just saw where he was. He hadn't done much. He hadn't done much in like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's making a comeback. He's like doing stuff.
So
now.
you're a big Moby guy, are you?
No. I just come across Moby for some reason. It was just weird. Thanks, man.
You're weird.
Yep.
Even Moby fans? I never was really a big fan of Moby.
I mean, he does his thing.
But,
I'm not going to shit on
We're
it.
talking about the news and shit. Like, I think we should take a shot in honor or in remembrance of Helmet, who had to cancel their tour this week.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands. And it's not the same band. It's just basically Page Hamilton touring around with 3 other dudes playing Helmet songs. But he wrote all the shit.
What's your thoughts on that? When people like,
Well, it just depends on who it is, because he wrote all the shit and he had mostly different people on all the records. Like the original
I don't
lineup
know.
only did the first couple records, and then Betty had, Betty was, I guess not really OG, but early on.
when bands tour around though, and there's like only one.
Well, then after Taste, they brought in Chris Trainer from Orange 9mm, and
Love Orange 9mm. Yeah. Very
when
underrated.
when we saw him, Chris Trainer was playing.
Yeah, very underrated band, Orange 9mm.
And then after that, he had different drummers and different guitar players.
Also, to that point, Queens of the Stone Age had to cancel their tour also, but for different reasons. Because I guess Helmet, they weren't getting the ticket sales.
They weren't making money. I mean, they're just wells going dry.
And if it doesn't make dollars, Jay, it doesn't make fucking sense.
True.
So, yeah, but for Queens, it's a little different story. Apparently, Josh Homme's got some kind of a health issue going on, and they had to cancel the tour.
gosh.
I don't think they really got into exactly what it is.
Hope it's not. I heard that new COVID's pretty strong.
We're not doing that.
I heard it when I was pulling in here.
We're not
There's a
doing
new
that.
variant that's apparently really strong.
We're not doing that. You're going to get everybody wound
It's
up.
just the news, man. I'm just
Yeah.
reading it like I said. It's not defamation. It was all over the news.
I know what you're doing. We're not doing that.
No, defamation. Yesterday.
Ah.
I was defamating somebody
Yeah,
yesterday.
you are. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
This is for Josh Homme's whatever.
His mole that got out of hand.
Yeah.
I saw Helmet and Primus at the Fox in Atlanta in the 90s. Hell yeah, it'd be a good
cool.
show. Hell yeah.
We saw him.
Who did we see him with?
We didn't see the opening night. We didn't go in there and see the
That was a
opening
point of contention because somebody told us who the opening band were,
night. I
and we
didn't
were
see
like,
him at
"What the
either one.
fuck?"
I didn't see him at either one.
Because I think it was somebody that I'm really into now.
Somebody told us the Melvins.
Yeah, somebody said the Melvins, and I don't think that was the case.
I think it was the case, actually.
You really?
Yeah.
And we missed the Melvins.
Probably.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking tragic.
Twice. I saw them twice on that tour. I saw them about 3 weeks apart. They played Cat's Cradle and Carbarrel.
That's somebody
Chapel Hill.
as big of a fan as I am. I've never seen the Melvins, and they play around here all the fucking time. At least once a year, some iteration of the Melvins plays here.
Yeah, then we saw them at
And
Ziggy's.
Missed them, and I say miss meaning me flaking out on going to shows. It's not missing as in my, my child had their first pageant that weekend. No, it's me being a fuck and not going to the show. Because that's what I do. Man, one of my favorite, kind of known as being one of the godfathers of the neo thrash revival, that nice 80s thrash sound, Municipal Waste. What a cover here, bro.
Looks like Kurt Russell right there, doesn't it?
It is.
He just gave his life to Christ.
I mean, is that right?
No, I'm thinking of
So this album's
Quaid.
called Tango and Thrash. This was
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
This came out last year, but it was originally a split. This was originally a split with I can't remember who was on the. They were formed in 2001. I'm just reading the notes here. That Tango and Thrash EP is now out, released on digital and streaming platforms for the first time, available on CD, LP, cassette. This is a reissue of their 2003 material from a split with Bad Acid Trip, plus some extra tracks. So this stuff's from actually 2003. Got some new artwork and shit, and it's got a lot of this. It references like some classic like 80s movies and shit, like Escape from New York and shit like that in it. But fucking love Municipal Waste, dude. They got that classic. My entry point with them was the Art of Partying, and the cover is like kind of cartoony, and it shows like thrashy dudes around a keg throwing up fucking. Because the metalhead kids in high school,
Yeah.
they had the best fucking party. I wasn't a partier in high school, but those metalhead thrash dudes had the best parties in high school. By far, I think. Big, thick fucking high tops with the thick tongues. Those con high tops. Tight ass jeans and jean jackets and mullets and shit.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. But anyway, check out Municipal Waste, Tango and Thrash, available now
Where
At your-
vinyl's sold.
at your local grosseteria. Here's a band. Scotty may know these guys. Stop double clicking. God damn it, dude. Doing
Like
it
you need to get a
again.
doctor, man.
No wonder I can't hit a shot on Valorant, for fuck's sake. I thought this was a pretty cool cover. This is a band called Refrigerator. The name of the album is Get Lost. They're a kind of a noisy lo-fi act that dates all the way back to 1990 by Shrimper Records owner Dennis something or other and his brother. This is their 15th record, and I swear to God, I've never heard of these guys fucking ever. But really, really fucking kind of weird out there shit that I really dug, man. Again, kind of like some of the other stuff we talked about earlier. It's got some horns on some tracks, but just kind of weirdo, experimental, noisy, lo-fi kind of stuff that I had a good time listening to today. I listened to a good bit of this record today, and I thought it was pretty fucking good. And in fact, when I looked it up, I saw that it's available for purchase on Garner Records, and there's some kind of connection with Garner Records there. I think one of the guys does a podcast for one of the guys from Garner, and the fact that it's on Garner tells me this may be something worth checking out. It's one of those labels in the kind of punk vein of things. It's kind of like over on Stoner Doom when you see something that's on Ripple or Heavy Psych or maybe Riding Easy or something like that. You maybe stop and take a second look. If I see, not that this is not put out on Garner Records, but the fact that it's kind of associated,
Gohner.
yeah, leads me to believe maybe it's worth checking out.
That's a good telltale.
Yeah, I love that when you kind of get locked into some labels like that.
Like Mercury.
Huh?
Like Mercury Records.
That is a record label.
Or MCA, all their artists.
What are you doing?
No, you sound like how a label, like all the artists are good. MCA's got a lot of good.
Is that right?
Elvis, he was on MCA.
Okay.
No, that was RCA, sorry. The stupid Dynaflexes.
Yeah. They're not ideal. My Nielsen Schmilson is a Dynaflex.
Unfortunately. My buddy Rich, Rich is on
Stop.
Dynaflex.
Stop.
It's on Dynaflex too.
We're not doing Buddy Rich bits tonight.
That's not. I thought
we're
we were
not-
a Dynaflex bit myself. I mean,
We're
I thought
not-
we were just going to talk about Dynaflex records for 30 minutes.
All right, shut up. Let's get into what we played. I posted something to the Discord today. It really struck a chord with me. It was something. It was something I saw where somebody said, before I skip a song,
Yeah.
I always tell them to shut up. Like if you're listening to a mix and a song comes on you don't like,
Yeah.
I totally do that. Generally, I'll be like, "Oh God, shut the fuck up!" before I hit the skip button.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's pretty proper right there."
Yeah.
Guy Smiley is underrated, 100%.
That's why you should listen to terrestrial radio.
Guy Smiley, I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. That's yeah.
You should listen to terrestrial radio. That way you can just change the channel if you don't.
You know who I like to imagine? Guy Smiley probably had some pretty significant beef with the Eagle. What's his name?
Guy, is that Guy Smiley?
Yeah, it's Guy Smiley.
That guy?
But you remember the Eagle that did
Or
the
that
news?
guy? Which one?
The game show host.
I'm not an aficionado on Sesame Street, I'll admit.
Well, I am.
We didn't watch it that much when I was a kid. We watched it some, but
What's the Eagle's name?
I thought it was stupid. I thought it was very unrealistic.
I keep wanting to say Eddie the Eagle, but that's a skier, isn't it?
Yes, that is
Sam the Eagle. Sam the Eagle.
jumper.
It's Sam.
It's a
It's
jumper.
Sam.
It's a jumper.
Because Sam would read the news like this.
Sam the Eagle, was that the name of the mascot from the '84 Olympics? Sam the Eagle.
I don't
Pretty
know,
sure.
dude. If so, they stole it from the Muppets.
I had a painter's hat from the '84 Olympics.
Hey, at Steve's wife's request, we always start the program off like back in the old days with a jazz record. And we've done some really heavy-hitting jazz records in the last several weeks. We've done some big heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Wanted to harken back to some old school record night kind of vibes. One of the most perfect records to start your evening out, start your weekend out. One of my favorites in the collection. My favorite label, The Verve. Gary McFarlane, Soft Samba. A little more on that bossa nova tip.
Yeah.
That tiki kind of lounge vibe.
Didn't he?
Jazz of America is on Verve.
Wasn't he
Goddamn
on
right.
Command also? Gary McFarlane?
He's done some stuff on Command as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Got one that you like.
That's
so
good.
much.
That's good work.
What's the
out of
one
you.
you really like on Command?
Are you talking about
That he's done.
what is it? It's got blue bleep on it.
Yes.
That's also Verve. That's Verve. That's the black and silver Verve. But the best thing about this, and old school record night people will know this. This is my favorite part about this record, as a physical commodity, is not only is it just fucking phenomenal vibey ass music to hang out with, but down here in the corner there is a cocktail recipe.
Oh wow.
Soft Samba cocktail. See that? And it's actually got the cocktail recipe right there,
And
which
not,
is perfect.
And not to get too deep into it, but this smells like exactly like a record should smell from the 60s.
Oh, it smells like a library.
Yeah, very well
It's,
kept.
it's got that library musty smell, which I fucking love.
I do too.
I broke my glasses earlier, so pardon my French.
Wale Bousset.
Shut up, let me tell you about the cocktail.
Oh gosh.
Pour 2 ounces of dry Fino,
Oh, what?
which is a Spanish sherry. I'm not a big sherry guy.
This was a 60s.
Over 2 ice cubes and an old-fashioned glass. Add half an ounce of tropical fruit juice or pineapple juice. Add a dash of bitters.
Okay.
I've never tried it because I never have.
That sounds like a good Sunday morning wake up kind of cocktail.
Or Wednesday morning right before work. What were you saying? But yeah, fucking love Gary McFarland.
Is it McFarland or McFarland?
Oh, it's Mick. It's Mick all day long.
Irishman. Farland.
Well, we won't do that whole thing.
No wonder you like to drink so much with like that cocktail thing on the back.
Okay. That's ham-fisted of you, Jay.
You're setting me up.
Here's a record, man. Back in the day, like when I first started collecting records, you could find these guys, and maybe if you look and you're not super concerned about condition and stuff like that, you just want a nice play copy of stuff. You can still find these records for pretty decent price. And it's something that in the early days I may have played a lot here on the show, and for whatever reason I just kind of skip over it. But Quicksilver Messenger Service, Happy Trails. Mm-hmm. God, fantastic fucking record. We played side A of this, and just really psychedelic-y, long-ass jams that just meander and go for fucking ever. Really fucking cool shit, man. And I don't know, it doesn't get talked about enough because it's not grabby.
It's San Francisco, right?
Yeah, San Francisco shit. It's not
I've got one of theirs. I've got the one that's like the black and red foily one.
I've got that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got 3 of their records.
Yeah, it's all right stuff. I mean, it sounds like that's probably my least favorite genre of like psychedelia. Is that San Francisco? Like the early Dead stuff, I don't like. I've told you this. It's not a breaking news to. Like those first couple Dead records, I don't think are very good records. Like, you know, it's just kind of like out there, like acid kind of.
I think I lost connection with Twitch on the.
Well, I noticed that.
Yeah, some of the comments
stuff's
are not
coming
through.
up through up here. Yeah, so.
All right, that's okay. I'll go back over here. Maybe Chris at Dixieland has an extra set of frames. That's a good point. Actually, I've got another set of the exact same frames right here.
Which put those on?
Which the arms of these are great, but there's only one lens in it, and so that doesn't work. If I could combine these two somehow.
Take the lens out of the one on the broken ones there. It's the same glass. I mean, put the lens in. You want me to do it for you? It's a pretty easy fix, it looks like. I got some glass sealant in my car if we need to.
Oh, I bet you
finish
did.
It off.
Did you huff it before you came in here?
Yeah. Danny Rich taught me how to do that.
Yeah. What is it? Somebody said. Holy shit! Sorry, Jerry Garcia's on that. Is that right? I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of the Dead in parts. Holy shit.
It had
Jerry
some very
Way Too Young, Bleak. Gotta love that album. Recipe.
It had some very standout guitars on it.
Like Voltron, but glasses. That could be quote of the night. Reginald. What did I pull out next? Oh, this is the, I don't know what made me think of this. The London Howlin' Wolf sessions. I think this popped up on like one of my local record stores, like, you know, freshly arrived kind of things. And I got this for $4 from a record store. It says VG minus, but it's way better than that. And I saw this going for some fucking, I was like, what? But I do that every day. That's the old motherfucker in me. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me a Doobie Brothers album is going to run you $15 if you run into a store now?
Oh,
$15? You know how much I paid for a Doobie Brothers album back in the day? I do that like every day. When people post records from the store, that's I do that every day.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because I've turned into that old motherfucker. But anyway, this is fantastic stuff. Of course, it's got Clapton on it, Steve Winwood, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts, obviously Howlin' Wolf.
Well, the Doobie Brothers, you said Doobie Brothers.
I was making a point.
Oh, well. Yeah.
So Okay,
Yeah, this is
breaking news. Jay listened to a quarter of the conversation and then made a comment about it. Somebody write this down. It's literally the first time that's ever happened.
You said Howlin' Wolf like. You said Howlin' Wolf like. That's part
Yeah, I was talking about the price of records.
Yeah, no, and that's what part I didn't catch. But, yeah, I didn't realize all these people played on it when I listened to it.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, man.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. It needed a harmonica, a mouth harp.
A little James Cotton.
It needed a mouth harp.
A little mouth harp. Need a little mouth whistle on that bitch. That's what I used to say. I need a little mouth whistle on this bitch.
Never heard anything. I mean,
Dick. That's a dick joke, Jay.
yeah. I always liked a mouth harp though.
I like a mouth harp.
It's better than putting a goddamn sax on there.
I don't like sax on a rock record.
Me neither.
That one's free, Jay. The next one's gonna cost you.
Sound like the Wild West.
Oh, it's the Wild West, baby. Pull this. God, this is heavy. This is a heavy record.
HR.
Little Elder Omens. This is one of the newer Elder records. Came out a few years ago. 2020.
This is Tony Hawk's kid, right?
No,
Which one's he in?
no. He's in Warish.
Warish, okay.
Tony Hawk's kid is not in Elder.
Steve Caballero's friend, or Lance Mountain's son.
No,
This one, I believe.
I think Mark Gonzalez is.
Mark
How about Gator?
Gator, him and his lover in prison had a kid.
Stop. Talking about a butt baby?
First
Are we doing butt baby jokes now? Is that what we're doing?
I think so.
Are we into the butt baby section of the program?
Prison butt baby.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Elder Omens. It's not my go-to reach for Elder record.
Gosh, this thing's heavy, man.
That's what I just said.
Almighty.
But it's nice to you know, I'm quick to reach for Reflections of a Floating World. I'm quick to reach for Lore.
Come on.
Cat.
Come on.
But so it's nice to reach for some of the other stuff sometimes, and this is when they started using a little bit more of the synth stuff on there. Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Howard Fletcher Band. Who's that?
It's Howard Fletcher, the motherfucker from the South of the Border video. Marv.
By the way, I don't mean to question.
Did Fever go on sabbatical? Or was he fired? We're in contract negotiations.
We'll address that on.
That's
Sunday.
not. This is not the theater for that particular operation. Not the theater.
There may or may not have been an ageism suit that
We're not going to get into any of that.
Things
at the
got
moment.
weird when he turned 60. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's the hoppe. You ever seen a man do hoppe on a golf course? Yeah, I have. We have. We've seen a man do hoppe.
Jay's knee fired. Oh, come up behind the camera. Well, I don't get that chance much anymore. 'Cause Steve's not ever here.
Jose Canseco's stepson is an elder.
Is he really? Ozzy?
Oh man, that is.
Is he really?
Steve can't make bail. I mean, that's something like that.
Did you ever hear about Jose? Sports Center was going to do a story on it one time, but they never did. Did you know he was born with two penises? Like they call them peni. Yeah, so they called one Jose and one Jose B.
That's good work out of you, Jay. That's good work. Shane cashing some
Steroids.
Shane cashing some banana bucks to hear side B of the Queens of the Stone Age first record, the self-titled.
B for buttholes.
B for Bush.
Bush.
Hi, I'm Gavin.
And I'm Nigel.
And we're from the band Bush. Yeah. Can't get enough of this record.
Oh,
Without
cocaine.
a doubt. Without a doubt, the best Queens record. I mean, and you know,
He's wearing a Dare shirt, too.
yeah, one of them's wearing a Dare shirt and one of them's wearing a cocaine shirt.
And the other one's like doing something. It'd be cool if he was wearing no shirt. You know?
Sure.
Kind of balance it
Sure.
out.
If you missed our Wednesday watch party this week, we can't speak of it ever again. But we watched a movie.
He's at King Gizzard, really?
The end of this week he is. He's not there yet.
Oh, by himself?
He's Wednesday through Friday. He's gone. Wednesday through Friday or Saturday he's gone.
Who's he meeting up with?
Nobody at this point. I think probably
You should go.
some dude
You're
in the parking
off.
lot.
You're off. Go. That's a thing to do.
No. How about that?
King Wizard show.
No.
Mr. Wizard going to be there?
I think so. He's going to put that pencil in front of the screen. You ever do that? You ever do the Mr. Wizard thing? I got a rubber pencil.
Always got
thing going on.
Mr. Wizard and Mr. Rogers mixed up. When I was
Is that
a
right?
kid.
That's why you failed.
Well,
That's why you were held
I
back.
always thought Mr. Wizard looked like.
Hey, look at this, Jay. I got a rubber pencil
yeah.
thing going on over here. Huh? Look at that.
What's the guy from
Come on.
Naked Gun?
Leslie
Old
Nielsen.
act- no, the old actor.
Robert Guillaume.
He was also in The Dirty Dozen. What was his name?
Oh,
C. Scott.
no, George Kennedy.
Yeah, he looked a lot like Mr. Wizard. I thought.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Steve.
He's not that old.
Sure.
Actually, George Kennedy was 55 when they made that movie.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, one of the things that changed my life,
Yeah.
I had to sit in a Floridian style, crisscross applesauce for like several minutes when I realized me and cameraman were watching Taxi and sitting here.
Watched it last night.
We were sitting here watching Taxi, and I started looking it up or whatever, and I'm like, wait a minute. No, they said it on the show. I didn't look it up. But Judd Hirsch's character was supposed to be 42 years old. And I'm like, are you telling me Judd Hirsch is supposed to be 5 years younger than we are in this show?
Well-
He looks like he's fucking 68 in the goddamn show.
That show comes on every night on Pluto. I've been watching it lately. At the same time, every night for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I've been watching it. I don't think he quite looks that.
No, but come on.
He looks like he's in his 40s for sure.
I don't feel like I look like Judd Hirsch in terms of age.
Age were different though.
I know. I don't feel like I'm
Or
that.
70s, whatever that was.
Life was rougher then.
Sure. I mean, it's the same reason. It's the same reason. Like, you know,
Cameron Kent was in the Dirty Dozen. That's a true story. That was the cover. That was the band at the station. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jay on Hop A tonight. He's on something.
no, actually, I'm pretty sober. Actually, I think we should do one more shot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. You want to do it? Do this. Hey, Zon, man, while you're doing it, if you wouldn't mind, would you hand me a brewski? I'm gonna switch from root beer and vodka to a brewski. You want a brewski, Jay? Get you an ice cold natural
What a
light.
tough week. I don't think.
That's fucking right. Me too. That's what I'm telling you.
Actually, I've had a pretty uneventful week.
I done wore out 2 guns just thinking about it. Metal Theologian, what's up, man?
MT.
Do I have a zipper malfunction? I don't think so. What's wrong?
What's going on with your zipper?
I don't know. Something sticking.
Oh, God.
I do. I'm sorry.
Oh, good Lord.
Man,
Good Lord.
I ripped these shorts ripped.
All right, we got a solution for that.
Jay was getting excited.
No, these shorts ripped in the front.
Lord.
When I was out working at the golf course last week,
Yeah?
I bent over in these shorts and they ripped.
Yeah?
Which is
I
usually
bet they did.
Not a good sign. But they didn't rip in the back; they ripped in the front. So I do have this GD hole right here in the front. It's a lot bigger than I thought, apparently too.
We got it.
Okay, but
Jesus Christ, dude.
it's a lot bigger than I anticipated, though. I didn't think it was that. I really didn't think it was noticeable.
I may need to extend the size of that head just to cover our bases.
I probably should wear khaki underwear with these to make it kind of blend in. You know?
Or just underwear in general would be great.
What do you think that red thing is? A wiggler? I think it's
Don't lean up. Don't lean up. You're leaning up.
I think it's a red. I think it's a red wiggler.
See, you're making me. I'm gonna have to. You're spinning. Don't spin. You're spinning. You can't turn to the side like that. Nope, you can't turn to the side.
All right, let's do this shot.
All right, cheers, everybody.
To
I'm about to sneeze. I got.
to my red wiggler. Hiya!
Gesundheit.
My mom sees. Yeah, she always has.
Cameron's got a sneeze on him. He's got a sneeze on
I
him.
mean, I have an intentional loud sneeze, but I don't really have a sneeze. Natural.
I think I got that new strong COVID.
Rip my Jay shorts, yeah. Jay's boner is so strong, it ripped his shorts. What Barry anticipated.
Jay's done been to that wave tech therapy.
You're telling me. Oh, they they woke that thing up. Shocked it back into service, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I take injections into my penis 3-4 times a month.
I thought you were gonna say a day.
No. I do that just to wake me up. Get a grip. Get a grip and fucking hold it. Bonkman pulled this fucking bitch out.
Metal heat.
Shit, what are we fucking talking about? Biohazard, urban discipline.
That was a
God,
heat.
this brought back some fucking memories. Holy
Should save this for a dig of the week, though, you know?
I think you brought it before, hadn't you? Or have you not? Was this a dig?
He just got it.
No, it's been years ago. It's like
He just got
a
it.
couple years.
Man, punishment is just. Punishment's
Yeah.
such a fucking great song.
Well, but I mean, all the songs are good.
Yeah, the whole album's great. But I remember in Pork Chop in the early days jamming on that Punishment riff. I didn't know the whole fucking song because I wasn't that good of a player then, but I learned that, I mumble fucked my way through that the main Punishment riff, and we could jam on it enough to where we, felt like we were doing something.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun, man.
This has got, I didn't realize this had a bunch of extra stuff on it. Side 4. Demos.
Double LP. And Songman was saying this is who made this? Run Out Groove. This is a Run Out Groove repress, and apparently it's got some extra shit on it too. Kind of limited. It's like it's a numbered copy at least. Number 700 and something. Is that right?
Yeah.
Out of I don't know how many,
I
but
think it was 2,500.
25 out of 2,500. Nice. That's not bad. Hell yeah.
Does Jay's dad have a red wiggler?
Yeah.
I
I've
call
seen
my
it.
dad the Red Wanderer because he has dementia. We lose him a lot. He's not allowed to go.
We'll be right back.
He's not allowed to go to the mailbox by himself anymore.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not doing that.
The other day we caught him over picking up dog shit out of somebody's yard, eating it.
Come on. Come on.
That's what dementia does, I guess. I don't know. I hope that never happens to me.
Turns you a dog shit eater. Is that what I'm saying?
If that's the case, I've had dementia for years.
If that's the case, sign me up.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be kind of cool to be able to blame something on something, all the time,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I grabbed her ass in the Arby's, but fuck, I got dementia. What the fuck were we saying?
Yeah.
Pulled out a little Code 7. This is a local band here. One of my favorite bands, man. This is one of their newer joints. What's it? It's Dancing Echoes / Dead Sounds. This is after they kind of went to more of a kind of a lower key sound, kind of a post-rock sound, I'll call it. They started out around here as a, I don't know what you would call them. Maybe a hardcore band. There was some definite
Where are they
hardcore.
from?
Winston-Salem.
Winston.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I know it's from somewhere right around.
Friends of mine. And so much so that I didn't realize this one guy, anyway, it's not important, and not important. But played shows with these guys a lot back in the late 90s and then into the 2000s. And
The new millennium.
always really, really enjoyed. Matter of fact, I have a cassette over there from, I still remember, March 1st, 2020. It was at Somewhere Else Tavern in Greensboro. And it was the band I was in, which was a precursor to the 5 L's, called LSOC. It was LSOC, Dominican Poets, and Code 7. And that's one of the most packed I've ever seen tavern. Like, people shoulder to shoulder, literally out the door onto the porch. It was crazy. It's the first show I'd been involved with that was that packed, where I felt like I was fucking doing something. We played first, but yeah, they're absolutely great. Nothing wrong with a little dog shit now and then.
No.
Just ask Devon.
Who's divine?
We won't get into that. But yeah, love Code 7, man. But look them up, man. If you guys from other places in the world, if you've never heard Code 7, some of the early stuff, I've got some of their early stuff that's got the hardcore vibes on it. One of my favorite songs of all time is a song called Steady State that they did. That, man, I've never, like a breakdown, like a heavier with a little solo, like breakdown in a hard, heavy song.
Yeah.
Kind of gets me a little bit emotional for no reason. Not a sappy, like whiny song, but when that fucking breakdown drops in, man, that's what it's about.
You know what gets me emotional is how I think about my life going nowhere.
Well,
Actually, my life's going in the wrong direction right now. The only thing that can save that.
You're a caddy at Pinehurst, Jay.
Well, but I'm just saying my life and just, I don't know.
Life in general.
That's the professional side of it.
And here we talked about it earlier. This is the first one from Mega Drive. 198XAD. This is the one that came out in 2014. This is a reissue. Jesus.
Drive,
I mean, the imagery on the cover and everything is, look at that back cover.
Sounds like a video game system. Mega Drive.
It is. That's what the Sega Genesis was called in other regions other than North America.
In other regions than North America?
Yeah, in Europe and in Asia, the Sega Genesis was called the Mega Drive. I can't remember if this. I think it's on a. Oh yeah, it's like it's hard to kind of see without a bunch of light, but it's there you can see. Like a nice kind of royal blue. Really matches the cover. I love when albums and covers kind of complement each other if you're going to do like a colorway and shit.
I really like a good royal blue.
Huh?
I like a good royal.
I like a royal blue. One of my favorite colors. I'd like to see if I could stack these though. So if we can shelve this properly. Properly for me. It's not proper for everybody.
Proper.
Maybe.
Well, it's your way of doing it.
Yeah, it's my way of doing it.
It's like Burger King.
You know, to get a hold of it. I like to be able to, because we do a lot of drugs and alcohol around here, so I like to be able to get a hold of my records with the least amount of resistance.
I wish there was
possible.
a drug to fix my life.
Will you stop?
Like just the bad thing.
It's called Prozac.
Oh well. Yeah.
Which is a.
When did that come out? In the 90s?
That's a professional Zac.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I was
Zac attack?
I was an experimental retin-A patient in my mom's dermatologist office.
Is that right?
This isn't a bit.
You sure?
No, I didn't know at the time I was, but I was told a couple years later I was.
What's that for?
Zits.
Zips?
Yeah, zits on the face. A retin-A, they called it.
Okay.
And it was this like really potent stuff you put on your zits. And I was like a test patient for it back in like the late 80s. Or I guess
that explains,
late 80s, early 90s.
That explains quite a bit.
Yeah.
Were you a Stridex or a Clearasil guy?
Clearasils felt better. Like the pads felt smoother.
Stridex was a little cheaper.
I loved those things. I looked forward to putting those on my face at night.
Right before you go to bed?
Yeah,
you go to bed with that nice little burn.
Seeing all the dirt on that I picked up.
Yeah. You go to bed just feeling clean on your face and wake up with still having zits.
They did a number too because, I mean, it was just basically this alcohol that killed the zits, I think so. And once they opened up. But like, yeah, those were good stuff.
You a picker or a popper, Jay?
I never know.
What? Oh, I'm Pop City.
I kind of wish I'd get zit acne again just for sport, you know,
Just
to
for
play
something to do.
just to play something to play around with on my face, you know.
Get yourself some magazines, some hard candy, something to keep you busy.
Yeah.
And then finally, Zonkman brought this over. A little great white action because what's his face died?
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell,
Terrier.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jack Russell.
R.I.P. Jack Russell Terrier.
The guy on the radio around here that's a very highly thought of music guy in a lot of circles. Really had a lot of good things to say about Jack. Like he said, he had one of the bluesiest rock voices there was.
I'll tell you, like secret time. Tonight may be the first time I've ever listened to this record.
I haven't listened to much.
And this was the side that, I mean, of course I've heard Once Bitten, Twice Shy and all that jazz. And but we listened to the other side tonight, and I enjoyed this. Like it was a good little, you know,
A blues number.
Yeah, it didn't blow me away, but still had enough of that like 80s schlock cheese, of course, to it, which I dig.
Yeah.
I love a little cheese.
Yeah, he was in bad shape. I saw him on television about, I don't know, 5-10 years ago on that metal show. Do you remember that show?
I heard he was supposed to fight Val Kilmer at UFC 365, but something went south.
And he was on that metal. Do you remember that metal show?
I do.
He was on there, and he looked really bad. Like that was like 5 or 10. I mean, God bless the guy. I think he was really.
The drug is called Jesus, Jeff?
I think he was really into drugs, like a while
Jesus
back.
will cure your acne too. He's got benzoyl peroxide.
And I think he got clean later on, though. I don't know if he ever relapsed.
Hey, what's that? What was that show on MTV that kid did from his bedroom? You remember that shit?
That was like a
Jake? Was it
that
Jake
was a
something?
precursor of the Tom Green show.
No.
No, that was on. You're thinking of that show on E. It was on E.
No. MTV.
E had one too.
Before E was a network. Wasn't it called like Jake's Bedroom or something like that? Jake's Room? Jake's Room? But he literally had like rock stars.
He had one that people would come in, celebrities would come in like this and sit down and do a national interview. That's what the Tom Green show was based on, right?
Remote control? No, remote control.
No, that was in a studio, I believe.
This was literally in a kid's bedroom.
Thinking of Ken Ober, who
Colin Quinn.
died, didn't he?
Sure.
Did he drown in the ocean?
I would assume.
Ken Ober?
Yeah, I think he was on Deadliest Catch. He drowned on season 3. Is that not right?
Did somebody from that show die?
I mean, one of the captains died of a stroke.
Oh, he died like you're supposed to die on that show that make it more dramatic.
He lost his marbles.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
You can never have a horn on the rail, Jay. Never have a horn on the rail.
Like he didn't go overboard to like never be seen or heard from again.
No, that was Goldie Hawn.
What's your favorite? The Goldie Hawn version of Overboard or the Quentin Tarantino version?
What? Quentin Tarantino? What
Yeah,
the fuck
didn't he
is
do
wrong?
an Overboard redux? Oh,
Kurt Loder? I don't even know
Kurt
her.
Loder.
I don't even know her. That's a great lyric for a song.
I dropped a Kurt Loder before I come over here.
Kurt Loder, because I don't know her.
Where did I see him?
I got a meatball sandwich in the refrigerator. Ate
Chris
some
Conley-
for lunch, saved some for later.
Chris Conley's been around. He's worked for NBC Sports for a long time.
How about the time I pitched?
Tabitha Soren.
Yeah, I was a big Tabitha Soren.
Kennedy's obviously still around.
I saw her bush.
Yeah.
I pitched this.
Loder.
I pitched this idea to Taco Bell for one of their promotions.
Yeah.
They were doing a buy one get one, and it got rejected. Well, I got an update here. We're gonna update marbles, right?
2 hours and 43 minutes.
Ay, 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 ay. 2 for 1 is a good buy. I think it's solid.
What is that?
That's my pitch for a Taco Bell promotional thing. They were doing 2 bean burritos for the price of 1. So that was my pitch for the jingle.
Back years ago?
Yeah.
Saw her bananas.
Yeah, who didn't see that in the early days of the internet? That it was at Woodstock. Somebody popped into Kennedy's tent. And you could. She was naked.
First naked woman I ever saw on the internet was Pamela.
That's very mundane.
No, she was the most searched person on the internet when it first came.
If you just said B. Arthur, that's a story. Pamela Anderson nude is not a story.
No, she was like the most. Do you remember when did you first get the internet?
And we're not talking about the inside of swim trunks.
1990s.
Yeah.
So you would have been 24, 25 years old.
Sure, that's good math.
And so who was the first person you saw on there? First naked woman you saw on there? Who was the most? Okay, let me ask you. Who was the most searched woman on the internet in '95 or '96?
On my browser, Claire Danes, but that's
I'm
neither.
talking about in the world or in the United States. Who would have been the most searched nude picture in '95?
I mean, probably Pam Anderson.
Yeah, there you go, Pam Anderson.
That's why I said that's not. I mean, because that's so down the middle.
I thought you meant it was like.
No, it's so
okay.
obvious and down the middle.
Okay. Yeah, you went in there. And I was saying that was the first person we ever Googled or no whatever naked.
That's. I mean,
Pam
that's
Anderson.
That's like
18
saying,
or whatever.
can you believe it? The first hotel I ever stayed in was a Holiday Inn.
It was. Mine was. That is.
Is that mind blowing?
Yeah. You know what was really mind blowing was when I found out that the Mets had a player named Howard Johnson.
Oh yeah, Hojo.
I thought he was really in with the hotels.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't he be?
But we wouldn't stay at Howard Johnson because my dad didn't like it.
That's fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Exclamation point. Not Andy Milanakis. Not the Schmandy Schmilishmaka show.
There was one with a kid though that
I got peas on my head, but I'm not a pea head.
The original Tom Green show was.
Oh, of course it was.
Freddie
Exclamation
Got
point.
Fingered has been covering a lot. By the way, I don't know if I think I may have mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I watched Freddie Got Fingered for the first time. I only seen it once, and I watched it again, and I laughed really hard. Like I can't
Yeah,
believe,
of course.
I can't believe some of that stuff though was even shown on television. Like him jacking the horse off. Like how do they show that on television? You know?
You want a horse get jacked? What time is it? I can get you a horse. I can get you a horse by about 2:30 a.m., Jay. You want to get into it?
I mean, I'm surprised. Like Peter,
You wanna jack a horse off?
because he did the carcass thing. I don't know.
Carcass, that's a good band. You like Carcass?
Uh,
You a Carcass guy?
I don't
Zon?
know Carcass.
No, not really.
I don't know Carcass.
What?
Should I?
Come on, Jay. Oh, cold beer. I've got a Texas message.
On my way, Steve, 2014.
I'll be there in 45. What? It's 1:30 in the morning, Steve. I'll be there in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I got 8 records I need to talk about.
No, I want to play a set before we do the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a set and then we're gonna do a show. It's like, Steve, it's 3:85 in the morning.
Oh yeah, they can see my Red Wiggler again, can't they?
Oh,
Hey, let's do this. Hold on.
Whoa! Gonna stick his finger out. Gonna stick his finger through it.
Hey, hit play on that, Jay.
Oh, this bitch up here.
Yeah, I mean, we could do something different about it. This is how
Where- Same as the VCR play?
Nope.
Oh, I see.
Set some more golf balls in front of it.
Gotta hit play again.
Again?
Yeah, hit it
Come on,
again.
guys.
You're the one,
What are you doing over there?
you're the one over there
No,
doing it to
nobody,
yourself.
nobody's playing marbles. Got it.
All right.
Got it.
Hey, Sean.
This channel's just
Man, that
this
winded
channel's
me.
on its last legs.
I don't know how I'm going to work that job. That winded me.
Yeah.
Bill's box of sound in there.
When you walk up my driveway, you sound like you've been doing push-ups for an hour and a half. You have asthma?
I don't have an inhaler. I might have asthma.
Yeah. I ain't waiting forever. You guys get in here. I ain't waiting for a bunch of motherfuckers who don't give a
I've
fuck.
only done this since I've gained a lot of weight.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't always been like this.
Yeah.
I used to be pretty in shape, you know.
Hair is a shape.
I blame the old Applebee's 2 for $20 for that.
Yeah. I was always just a kind of a burger guy from Applebee's.
Can I get mozzarella sticks as my entree?
I told you we went to Applebee's last year, right? When we went to Greenville
Uh-huh.
or Greer, we went to Applebee's for supper one night.
Sure. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it was. It was terrible.
Is that right?
Yeah, it wasn't.
You don't get too
Wasn't,
adventurous and play. You get chicken fingers and fries and a cold beer.
I
Come
just
on.
get a burger or something.
Yeah, burger, chicken fingers, something. No. I'll have the almond crusted salmon. Don't do that at Applebee's. I mean, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah. Applebee's is no, it was cold in there last time I went. It was cold.
That's tough, bro.
I need a shawl.
I hate to hear that for you.
I don't like cold restaurants. Like when it's too cold.
That's yeah, I feel you. Yeah. All right, let's do
70
this.
70 to 72 is about what I need.
All right.
Pizza Hut was always a nice temperature when you went in there.
Sure.
Did you ever eat lunch at Pizza Hut buffet?
Literally never.
You never been to a Pizza Hut buffet though?
Yeah, I have.
Sounds rude.
Not much.
I'd always go for the salad.
You ever
Good
been-
for you, brother.
Do you like a pizza buffet?
Pizza buffet's a
Hell
little
yeah.
much. Pizza buffet's a little
Pizza
much.
buffet's about the only thing I'll eat my money's worth.
Really?
Yeah. Like
That's
buffet
so
wise.
fucking filling, though.
Chinese buffets have everything I will.
And you got to be careful because they be putting pee-pee in your coat.
Yeah, they do.
All right, I'm starting this.
God, I had a whole plate
I
of those.
apologize. Some of the folks from YouTube, it may not be linking up because we've been having some problems tonight.
You grab my Pepsi in there in the
Yeah.
bag.
That could be the problem with this. It's I don't think the YouTube is linking up on the multi-stream tonight for whatever reason. Literally the first time this ever happened.
Like, they're
I do think though, as far as like restaurants go, like, do you like the big Chinese buffets?
Oh, I love them, but I don't do them anymore because I don't get my money's worth. It's just,
Yeah, I don't either.
and I'd rather eat at home. Look at Zongman coming out to an early lead here.
There's one in Greensboro that's got a hibachi though, for lunch included in the price. No, that's worth it.
Wizard says, "I'm sorry, I just thought of Chinese food pizza." Yeah, I've thought of that before too.
Wow, that's actually
I may have actually
sounds
done that
quite
already.
amazing.
Merv out to a lead
Or use
here.
the General So sauce as the pizza sauce.
Absolutely, this pizza sauce sucks.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not
I like
a
pizza
tomato sauce guy. Or as we call it, gabagool.
I'll tell you, when I worked
You a gabagool guy, Joe?
when I worked at the pizza place, one of the most satisfying things was making my own. When I learned how to make my own pizza,
Yeah.
and I could put however much of anything I wanted on it. Like that. That's a great feeling.
It's better than your $800 a month health insurance bill from working at the pizza place. They made you get Cobra? That was their health plan? You're forced to get Cobra health insurance?
I think the best thing.
Cobra!
I think the best thing about our country is we call our gap insurance Cobra.
Fucking A, dude. That's so bad. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I want Cobra. And my dad's like, you never want to have Cobra. And Cobra means you don't have a job. I was like, no, Cobra. It's called Cobra.
Yeah.
Wiz is out. This is close.
Cobra.
This is close.
I do have an interview Monday though for the head of pediatrics at Moses Custom. I submitted
Yeah,
I might have lied on my resume.
Yeah, until you
I hope they
really.
don't do a background check.
Yeah, I was gonna say until they realize you're on that fucking list. Look at Wizard. Wizard's stopping and taking a break. Speaking of asthma.
He had to pee.
Speaking of asthma. Oh, he's back on it though. No, right in the lumberyard.
Come on, hit your
Holy
thing here.
shit! Go ahead, Jeff. Double BOS.
oh, off the board.
Is that it? Oh no, that's not it.
Double BOS.
He's going to win, huh?
Boom!
Congratulations. Skinny Artist is gone.
Oh,
Skinny
Hate to
Artist is
see
in
that.
second, and they're just
Boom.
gone now, huh?
MT sliding in.
So Merv fell off too, and Wizard fell off.
I
Is
think
that
a
what
lot of people
happened?
fell off. And I apologize. I don't think the YouTube folks are here on the race, man. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, in the middle of the fucking show, so I use this program to multi-stream to where we're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's called Restream.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, in the middle of the show, it shows you we're like 2 out of 2 connected. And I looked down because the chat messages were not linking up. I'm looking at my off-air monitor. It's not linking up. And in the middle of the fucking show, it just didn't. It like dropped connection from YouTube. So sorry for the folks that entered from YouTube. But congratulations to Bill's Box of Sound coming in with a 2:45 time, which is will be our record for the Record Night community.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
Somebody
absolutely.
didn't practice this week, huh? I did come up with the software this week on
I can't wait to hear it.
Now, come up with some software that will predict the winner each week of this. I developed an app that would pick the winner, and it got it right this week. So
The winner of what? Oh, the winner of this.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got it right.
Okay.
So we'll see next week if it's right or not.
Sure.
If so, I may sell it for betting purposes.
Sure.
Is that legal?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's legal.
Can you tell me you can buy weed in states, but you can't bet on marble races?
Oh, we could bet.
What's the world coming to?
We should do some serious. No, I can't say that. Which is a little. Be careful how we say things. But that's cheating, Jay.
What, to be able to predict the winner like that?
I don't know.
No, it's just called being.
You wouldn't steal a car, so don't steal an identity. That's words of wisdom right there.
Yeah,
That's some of that West
I don't
Coast
think
wisdom.
I'm stealing an identity, though.
I don't know. You ever used anybody else's credit card to buy something?
My father's. With his permission.
My father wouldn't let me.
I mean, yeah, my father's with his permission. Why? Oh, you mean a stolen credit card? Is that what you're getting
I wasn't
at?
going to get into.
Not in person.
All right. Hey, we got some fantastic shit coming for Dig of the Week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this message. Fuck.
Grown Man Reckon ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Amazing Blue Star Ointment stops itching fast. Athlete's foot, jock itch, psoriasis, ringworm, scalp itch, stops corn and callus growth fast. Winter itch, dry cracked feet. The original. Ask for it.
Well, they came to New Texas from all across the galaxy. Some good, some bad, mostly bad. It was rough, really rough. I mean, they needed 1,000 lawmen. They got one. But you know, it was enough. You might have heard of him. Brave Star.
Brave Star, weekday mornings at 6:30 on TV 21.
Hey, you, listen here. I know you've been going to those burger places for lunch, and that ain't cool. You ain't been to Biscuitville for lunch. So the Big E's gonna have to club you. Take it easy, man. I want you to try Biscuitville Steak Club. It's big and it's tender, and it's loaded with lettuce, tomato, bacon, cheese, and pickle on a big old fluffy biscuit. And they have chicken and country ham clubs, too. And that's a whole lot better than some old burger. So come to Biscuitville, and everybody get clubbed. Oh.
Can I try it first, Mom? Well, please. All right.
A new generation of affordable cellular phones at an incredible price breakthrough from Radio Shack, the technology store.
Hi, Daddy, it's me.
And now there's a totally portable phone at a price we dare the competition to beat.
Yes, we can. Okay, be there soon.
Radio Shack, the first name in cellular telephone technology.
Oh my God. This double clicking thing.
I mean, what does a cell phone cost nowadays?
$1,000, $1,000 to $1,500, like a brand new, like top of the line, like iPhone or Android,
Yeah.
like a Galaxy or a Pixel kind of thing.
But now you don't own them anymore.
Huh?
You don't own them anymore, though, right?
Yeah, you buy them, you own them.
No, I don't think you buy them. I think you just pay for them for 2 years in their property of Alltel.
No, you can buy them.
Singular or whoever it is.
Sure, you don't mean StarTAC?
I had a Star. I've still got a StarTAC somewhere.
Or how about a Nextel? Do the sideways phone guy? Hey, tell Ronnie we'll meet him over at the job site about 7:45, but Manuel wants to stop and get him a biscuit. I done got him turned on to the damn biscuits down there at Granny's. We'll be there a little late, boys. We'll be down there.
Yeah, 7 Bitcoin. Huh?
Blue Star is a lifesaver, believe me. I think jazz bombs have a quote of the night.
There's a lot of
That's quote of the night.
I've heard a lot of positives about Blue Star.
Oh, you're telling me. I mean,
my uncle had a.
If you run into a bad episode of Tedder, you don't want an episode of Tedder without a jar of Blue Star ointment on that fucking bedside table.
Psoriasis, I mean.
Or jock itch.
Like psoriasis of the liver? Are you kidding me?
Ringworm. You need that fucking jar of Blue Star, dip those 3 fingers in it, and just get right into downtown.
Yeah.
Don't even take the side streets. Go right into Main Street, right into downtown.
You know,
boom.
You know, it's a true story. I had an uncle that was having
rape problems. Because he was a sexual offender.
He had weight problems.
Oh wait, no, I said no. I said rape problems.
Oh,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, his left butt cheek was going numb. Like, and this is honest to God.
Okay. What are we doing?
I swear to God.
What are we doing?
No. His left butt cheek was starting to go numb, and he couldn't sit down. Like, it would hurt when he sat. Like painfully numb kind of feeling.
That's a Pink Floyd song. Painfully Numb. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I will lost to me for painfully numb. You ever heard that?
Yeah. No, and it happened for like a week, and he went.
I don't want to play it.
And he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, doctor said, take your wallet out and put it on your right side, and he did, and it went away. It was at a restaurant, he was telling this story, and then like 3 days later, he died while watching Jag. He did. He was the one that died while he was watching Jag on a Friday night. Like, what time Jag on? 9?
Oh, it's a 9 o'clock show, 100%.
Yeah, he's laying there at like 9 o'clock.
CBS,
It just came on. He's going to bed after it was over, and he died there watching Jag. Like,
oh man.
But 3 days later, he told me that story. I wonder if that's like. But I wonder.
Smell that.
I wonder if that's
smell
like,
those strings.
But I've always wondered, like, because my left butt cheek's been going numb, and I wonder if that's like a precursor to a heart attack, like your left arm going numb, kind of thing. Like, my left arm has gone numb some, but like it comes and goes.
It could just be generalized heart disease. We could just lump it into just heart disease.
You know when my dad had his heart attack when I was
heart attack. This heart is like a maniac.
Do you remember that when my dad had a heart attack? It was the summer before my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And my dad, this is the honest to God truth, was slated. I had drums. And I had them for about a year, I guess, year and a half at that point.
Jay's a big tom-tom guy.
And I was trying to, and I just about convinced my dad to go get me these Yamaha drums over in Burlington. So, and
Don's Music City?
No, they weren't Don's. They were another place over there.
All right, sure.
And that morning we were going to go over there and get them. And this is before cell phones. And this is true.
You're waiting on your dad to come get you the drum?
Didn't know where my parents were. I figured they got up and went to go get breakfast or something. And I didn't get a phone call till about 7 o'clock that night. Like, I was at the house all day by myself. Just didn't know thought the world was over.
Oh, wow.
And my aunt called me and told me my dad had a heart attack. That he was about to die. Basically. He came really close to death. Anyway.
The laugh right afterwards.
My dad's cheated death for.
Well, he's a man of God. You get that privilege.
But yeah, he is. But
those strings are old. That smells.
But
terrible.
for about a week before, he had his arm in a sling. His left arm in a sling was hurting him so bad, and he's like, I don't think I need to see a doctor. It'll heal.
That was an old softball injury. Get off my ass.
He did play softball for a season. On some spot, he had some spot built cleats. Not turf though. They were cleats, like ball cleats.
You know, I'm a pony guy, so I don't want to get into a whole spot build. We should reach out to ponies if we want to do a little thing to them.
Ponies are high dollar, man.
Hey, pony, give us the ball. Let us run with it for a little bit, will you? I think we could take that brand.
Ponies.
We could take that brand to the next level. Let grown men recognize run with the ball for a little bit.
Send us some ponies.
Send us some ponies.
We'll
hype the brand.
I got a pair of ponies.
We don't want money.
The old school, not old school.
We don't want money.
The cheap ponies that were sold at Pick and Pay.
I want some pony garb, and I'll rock it till it falls off. Let us run with the ball for a little bit, will you? All right, dig of the week. Get the fuck up.
Oh, I don't have anything yet. Zoltman is going to come in and sing his song.
Sing my song and ramble on. Oh,
You don't need a J head on your deck. I mean, officially, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you like in your private.
I think.
Hey Jay,
There's no holes.
give me a rain grenade, Jay.
What?
Rain grenade.
Beer me.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there?
Are you taking beers tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll think about it.
It felt like Trevor Elway.
Rain grenade.
Whoa!
Wait.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the rain grenade. You gotta toss it.
I wouldn't have thrown it either. You'd had to like throw it to yourself.
I know. I hate dealing.
I don't want to tear your shit up.
I hate dealing with the mentally retarded sometimes. I mean, I drop my spare change into the thing at the counter, but that's
Give a penny, take a dime.
give a penny, take a dime.
I mean, it's smaller.
It is smaller. But
Yeah, how come dimes are worth more than pennies and they're actually smaller? I think that's bullshit. That's some fucking Alex Jones shit right there.
No, it was some more precious metal.
Sure.
That's why they made it smaller.
more copper than dime.
Well, now, yeah.
How come you drive on a parkway but park in a driveway? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, man, shit's all fucked up, man.
So what you been up to? You weren't here last week.
Yeah, I was
mean,
playing
your-
hooky
and
again.
Your pay will be reflective of so, but what was going on last week?
Four-wheeler! Y'all like four-wheeler? Four-wheeler.
Or
Did some riding up in West by God, Virginia.
Now, did you have trails already picked out that you know you wanted to ride up there?
Yes,
Like, you know
they
how that
have the
works?
whole Hatfield McCoy system. So it is sponsored by the state.
Oh, okay.
Then there is also what we like to call outlaw trails.
So what'd you do? What'd you ride it?
Run forward.
Rode a T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
I was a
I know
passenger.
you were a four-wheeler guy.
Four-wheeler guy, yeah.
Like a Polaris.
I'm a
guy?
three-wheeler guy. In fact, it was a
Ooh, three-wheeler.
long time ago. Well, I say a long time ago because I don't fucking remember shit.
Sure.
But somebody in the chat said something about three-wheelers like, oh, those are dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, only for pussies.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty dangerous.
Dude, I grew up. That's how they
yeah.
literally like gave us a machine to weed out the weak.
Yeah.
That's how the
Oh,
three-wheeler
yeah.
was.
Those came with Cobra insurance. You kidding me? There's a pamphlet in the fucking box.
One of the kids riding a little small dirt bike right now, like through a field. I don't know. And the grandmother's just going like this, shaking her head. And the grandfather's just sitting there smiling, laughing.
Yeah, them youngins need to get. And that was the whole point of this trip.
I've never driven a motorbike myself.
Oh, really?
I only
Not
done
at
it
all.
a few times.
That was the whole point of this trip, though, was taking the grandson. It was his first time.
No, I have done four-wheelers.
In West
I like four-wheelers.
Virginia.
Four-wheelers are fun.
Yeah.
They're fun. And safe, for the most part.
Yeah.
Are you off camera talking? Are you somebody's girlfriend? What are you doing?
I'm Steve. Steve Jones, I'm over here and talk real loud in the kitchen to myself.
Just talk to your hand. I hear everything.
Hey,
you're saying.
hand, I was thinking about doing some weird drugs from South America.
So yeah, that's cool. The whole
yeah,
point of the
it's badass.
trip was to take the grandson for the first time, let him get into it, and
That's badass.
figure it
I've
out.
been kind of drawn to like the newer things where people doing the side by sides and
Right.
because that's a little more accessible and like you still enjoy trails and getting out and fucking cutting around and doing shit.
It is, dude. It's opened it up crazy, so more
Yeah.
people can get involved. Me being the technical three-wheeler,
The old school,
four-wheeler, maybe some gentlemen who ride dirt bikes
Yeah.
are like any idiot can get behind the wheel and mash the gas.
Is that like? Do you guys think about it? Like the you see those guys on the Polaris on the highway riding those fucking three-wheeled motorcycles, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, the Polaris has a slingshot. The Can-Am Spider is the
Can-Am Spider
is
yeah.
the bass backwards
Yeah,
three-wheeler.
yeah, where you where like Harley guys see that and you're like, oh my god. Oh, I wonder if that's what you guys think about the side by side guys.
No, I mean I'm getting older. So
Sure.
it's like we're gonna shove the hey. You know your next stop's a fucking wheelchair, so just get in the side by side ride.
You can still
your dumb ass is gonna flip the 4-wheeler out there nowadays.
You can still do the same shit, be in the same environments, have the same fun without like getting fucking
right.
your leg.
But we
broke.
still do. Biggest thing is like we'll go to the train trusses.
Mm-hmm.
Train trusses they've blocked where you can't like cross them anymore, but we'll go through the tunnels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yes, that's illegal. You're not supposed to be on the.
And you know what?
It's a federal offense, I think, being on the train property. I think actually.
Everybody knows illegal that means that's code for fun.
Oh well, West Virginia. I've always said going
West
up
Virginia,
lawless,
Mountain Mama,
lawless. But anyway, I know these cats. There's not too many people into doing 4-wheelers.
Nothing like a gold card.
But
yeah.
that's what I would, with the side by side, just like you said, I would like to get. It would be cool to have like an extra 4-seat machine and get vinyl guys. Hey, do you guys want to at least see what it's like?
Yeah, sure.
Come and fucking ride one time.
So I would do that. I would definitely do that.
Ride one time just to kind of see.
Sure. My dad's got one, but or had he no longer with us, but we still have one of his. But it's more like around the farm. It's not like a get up and go kind
Was
of.
it Kawasaki Mule?
No, it's a Honda.
Pioneer?
I don't know.
Because like that's just it. They make the farm use ones.
Yeah.
Then they make one kind of in the middle where it's still kind of utility, but you can have a little fun. And then they make the crazy all out buggy that is kind of insane.
Yeah, well, it's not like super fast or anything, but it gets up and goes around the fucking. My parents don't live on a farm. My dad's dead. I still say my parents, even though
Right? No, that's.
But it's nothing like that. But like, I still like driving it around and shit.
Is it John Deere?
He had
Gator
a John Deere,
or something like that.
He had a John Deere, and then he went from something to a Honda.
That's right. You just
He put a fucking stereo in it and everything.
Yeah.
My dad was a straight up JVC guy from back in the 80s. As soon as my dad got a new vehicle, go up there to like whatever, get him to put me a JVC in there with some 6x9s. I want it loud. We're blasting ZZ Top and some fucking Otis Redding.
Right on.
In this bitch, and it's gonna be loud as fuck.
That's cool in the farm machine. Now, like most of these, you buy like an aftermarket. The speakers and the stereo are all in the roof, above your head. And then you just Bluetooth with your phone or something. And you can play music loud and all that shit.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we're doing ATV chat on Grown Man Record Night.
Now we did. It's funny because I'm kind of weird about stuff like that. I don't like when I'm in nature doing shit. I'm weird about. I don't like music around me.
Oh, really?
If I'm fishing, I'm never ever listening to music.
Oh, okay.
When we play golf, even like Jay and Nice Guy Timmy, who we play with as well. Both those cats have like Bluetooth speakers and shit, and I like hearing wind and birds and leaves and.
Right, you're out in nature to be in it.
Yep. Even when I was like a hardcore like workout guy, believe it or not, I was a hardcore workout guy. I never listened to music when I was working out. I wanted to hear my breathing. I didn't want it. I wasn't the music guy.
Right, the music I thought was just supposed to pass the time.
Music is like I think it's because it's a weird thing because I think music. This is a really weird getting into the weeds thing. Music attracts so much of my attention, like mentally and emotionally, and like just it consumes me when I listen to music. That's all I do for the most part. Like I'm so roped
sit down and listen to a record.
Even like, I mean, I don't want to get fucking crass here, but over the years, like, I'm not a like I'm not a like put on an album and fuck to it kind of guy. Because I'm like, I start thinking about delay pedals and shit. Next thing you know, that we're in a bad fucking situation.
Right, and that's the musician in you too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about time signatures and guitars and fucking. I'm not thinking about vagina at that point.
Or doing something else.
Yeah, my brain, it takes me out of it. So, I mean, in a much less severe situation, like fishing and golf or anything like that, it's the same way. Like it pulls me out of what I'm doing, because next thing you know, I'm listening to music and that's all I'm fucking thinking about. It takes over.
Right.
Which, you know, I think that's a good thing. That served me well over the years. But I know that there's situations where it doesn't behoove me to listen to music. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
But anyway, so you picked up some record. Did you do any digging when you were up in West Virginia? Or?
Oh yes. In fact, I need to that should be next week's digs.
Okay, cool.
Because I even had. Have I not shown that shit? Damn, I can't even remember. Because when I went up there August 3rd, I went to the store.
Nature is bullshit. Okay, that may be quote of the night.
It's all the simulation, man.
Music is the doctor. I want to hear what sounds like a boot stuck in mud, only wetter. You know who said that?
No.
That's Dave Attell.
Oh,
like a boot stuck in mud, only wetter.
So yeah. The record store up there is Cheap Thrills Records.
Okay.
And it's in Princeton, West Virginia, which is real close. We basically just cross the border, go through the tunnel on 77.
I think that's where Karma to Burn are from.
North of Bluefield.
Karma to Burn are from Princeton, I think, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that could be a future dig of the week from the second trip to the record store.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
But okay, what do I got now? Okay, this was Underdog. And we talked about all this stuff, and I was like, damn, I need to bring those records from West Virginia. So this was an Underdog. He said, hey, did you get a copy of this record? I got some more in. And of course, drew me into the store. I'll show it last, though.
Okay.
This was... I wasn't real familiar with this.
Yeah, okay.
This is the second album, Hope. Klaatu.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the whole... You've got that. Okay. So it is like a rock, jazz, fusion kind of thing.
Here's the thing about Klaatu, that...
or it's more of the...
when I first...
Kraut.
I downloaded this off of Napster back in the day. And you know what it was labeled as? Beatles.
Oh, you know what? I got that vibe off of this.
And a lot of people,
I think
that's kind of the lore. Like a lot of people maybe had gotten that confused over the years for whatever reason. And a lot of those digital services had this labeled as a Beatles record. And I heard this and I'm like, fuck, what Beatles record is this?
Right.
And I think it's this. Originally I got the one with the sun on it first.
Right, that's the first record.
Okay, I've got both of those.
Okay.
And I think they're great records in their own right. They do their own thing, but it was really weird. It was labeled on Napster as a Beatles record.
And see, this is 77.
Yeah.
I was looking for the year. So yeah, I forget what it was called. But yeah, this is good, and I did get that Beatles vibe off of this. As you say that.
Let music be your master. Will you heed your master's call? What's up, Vance? How you doing, baby?
VK, what's up?
Ball slapping against the ass. See, leave it to Aaron to take it fucking south.
Metal Theologian. Scotty Strychnine. Nate Bouchard. Bill's Box of Sound. Dane.
What are you, just naming people? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's out there, man. I've been in the back. This is something that was used. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's the newer.
Okay, this is not the one you showed me
Cantrell.
earlier.
No. Jerry Cantrell Brighton, and I think it's 2022.
Oh, wow. Super newer then.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know this at all.
So it's a Jerry Cantrell
I love
record.
Jerry Cantrell as a songwriter and as a guitar player. And I love his guitar, too. That G&L Rampage guitar. I've always wanted one of those guitars because it's basically like a Super Strat, which is like my fucking shit. Have you listened to that yet?
Yeah. It was more mellow than this. No, I had not heard. I just knew Jerry Cantrell had a newer solo record out.
That's cool.
And they had it used.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
right,
no brainer. That's the way I would buy everything if everybody got a used copy.
That's kind of where I'm at now. That's kind of like where I'm at now.
Because I'm a cheap
with
ass.
a couple of exceptions, and we'll get to that when I get to my dig of the week. But yeah.
Right, and then of course this is an older Cantrell, but this is a reissue. MOV reissue from, I don't know, 2018 or something like that.
Now, I had no idea about this. I remember when this record came out. When did this come out?
02.
02, right? And really cool cover there.
Degradation Trip. Is that supposed to be some like heroin reference or something?
The players on this record blew my mind.
Yeah. Of course, Robert
Treyu?
Yeah. Trujillo, I'll say.
Trujillo?
Yeah, I know that's not it, but
and Mike Borden.
And Mike Borden, drummer
from Faith No More.
Drummer from Faith No More.
I had no fucking idea, man. I had no idea that they were on this record.
That's freaking
awesome. Were you familiar with that record?
Yes, I knew about
this. Did you own
this.
it on CD or anything?
Yes, I had this on CD. You know what? I've been looking for a copy on CD because my original CD was gone. Angel Eyes, I think, was the Angel Eyes and Anger Rise.
What, Don Healy?
I forget the Angel Eyes is Don Healy. Jeff Healy.
Jeff Healy, I'm sorry.
I like some Jeff Healy, man. That's some good shit, man.
Yeah.
It was a house band,
Roadhouse. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love some Jeff Healy, man. And then this, of course, was the record. Hey, did you get a copy of this?
Oh, nice.
This is the Clutch Slow Hold to China.
So they did, after me going fucking ballistic on the fact that they released an album for like fucking $50 goddamn dollars.
Right.
Like a bunch of cocksuckers. They did release one that was like attainable.
Right.
Or was this just used?
It's just, no, that was $24 brand new.
$24 brand new.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I take it back.
And that is like a...
Because that's what I mean, to be fair, that's what
B-sides and rarities.
Oh, this is not... Is this the one that came out that was like really expensive, or no?
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
Transcendental Speedway League.
Then fuck them.
Is the one that was expensive.
Okay.
No, they did not reissue it cheap.
All right, then fuck them kids.
Come on, man, you can't say that about Clutch.
Man, you release a $50 record, fuck them kids.
It's okay, we won't even talk about that.
But God bless them, but fuck them kids.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This has got great stuff like Willie Nelson smokes the finest weed. And I'm not familiar with most of the stuff because it's like...
So this is like B-sides. When did this come out?
02, 04.
Oh, okay. I remember talking about this.
I think 04 because that makes a 20-year anniversary.
I love Clutch, and actually that would have been... That's about
in the wheelhouse.
That's right. That's right when we played with Clutch.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we played New Year's Eve 2003 or 2004 with those guys. So that'd have been right around that time.
I'm not a good Clutch fan. A better fan would know when this originally came out.
It's always a good night to get zonked, Metal Theologian said. Hell yeah. Van said he just seen Jerry Cantrell a few weeks ago. Killer show. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
That's
right
fucking awesome. Yeah, I think Cantrell's really held up.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Just doing, I don't know. He just seems like a cool guy. And kind of
him do an interview.
Kind of gets
he had a big ass rack of records behind him.
Oh hell
house. Yeah!
Did you see that little? There was like a little comedy short, like where a bunch of dads get together and like do a band in the garage. It's like a comedy bit, and but it's just like it's fucking beautiful. I don't know what it's called. I need to look that up and fucking send it out. But it's like guys our age who's like, hey, let's get together and a bunch of dads jamming in the garage. But it's Jerry Cantrell and I think it's a bunch of other musicians.
Okay.
But it's such like a dad, I mowed the yard. I did it nice and early so that I can get together with my old ass buddies in the garage and play some music and shit. That's fucking funny.
Right.
Hell yeah. That's badass. That's your dig?
That's all I got for digs.
All right, I'll do, let me see what I'm going to do first here.
Bam. Shazam.
I'll do my fucking. I'll do what got me in there first. So I did a fucking hold please. One of the
Hold please is the devil.
one of our one or two of our local spots will do like they post their shit on fucking Facebook and stuff, and they do a hold please, and you can like go, you know, you hold the record and go in there and pick it up or whatever. Which I have mixed feelings about. I used to talk shit about it, but I've also been a guilty party of that for quite a bit. I will say this this time today actually they posted. Did you see Hippo from Winston today?
Yeah, I didn't see anything I wanted though.
I missed one. Actually, I don't know that for this price I would have done it. But they had that fucking white whale. Melancholy and Infinite Sadness.
Oh.
$14.99.
What?
Now, right? There was 12 comments. There's actually beef on there. One guy got pissed. Because he asked, like, this is the dumbest question ever, by the way. It was $14.99. This motherfucker said, is it the 3 LP or the 4 LP version? And the guy was like, it's the 3 LP version. And then in between him asking that question and getting the answer, somebody else said, hold please. And then the guy said, hold please. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. You know, she beat you by like, or the dude beat you by like 1 minute. I'm sorry, that's tough, you know. He's like, what the fuck? That's messed up, man. I asked you about it first. He's like, no, you asked a question about it first, but this person said, hold please first.
Right.
Why would you ask that question? It's $14.99. Who gives a fuck if it's the 3 LP or the 4 LP version?
Damn, I did not know it was that cheap. I didn't zoom in.
Because the official, to be fair, it's an unofficial release on bootleg, so it's a bootleg for $15. I would have probably bought that for $15.
Yeah,
as a boot.
Yeah.
I have a good, because the main one, the real one, is like fucking $70, $80, $90.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I've got a nice copy of the CD. Love the album. I've got a nice copy of the CD. I'm good. 100%. I hate that I can't play it here on Record Night from time to time. That's the only, like, you know, crux in that. I can't play it on Record Night, but I've got a CD. I'm happy. But if something had popped up for $15, unofficial or not, I would have fucking bought it. I would have bought it just boom, like that. I missed about 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Another thing, too, though, really, you can be a dick with that if you want. I don't know how many times they'll let us get away with it, but like, let's say it's a reissue and you thought the price should have been more for what a original copy would have been or something, maybe. And you say, I don't want that. And then because I know that they've contacted people in the comments, oh, so-and-so didn't want it, so they go to the next person.
Absolutely. It says pirate copies of albums have been sounding way better than 20 years ago. Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So for something like that, I would have jumped all over, especially something that's stupid expensive otherwise. 100%. And if it ends up sucking, whatever. That's the cost of a fucking hamburger and fries nowadays.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Why in the fuck would you ask that question? I would have been typing like a goddamn machine gun to get that fucking record.
Right.
What are you doing?
If we're in fear, can we just do HP and send? Are they going to do a hold please on that?
I don't know. But anyway, to that point, kind of the same thing was this popped up and I was like, I know I want this. I didn't know if it was an OG. I figured like probably not given the price.
Okay.
But I didn't even ask. I did a hold please because even if it's a reissue, still a good price of a record I really want. Boom. Little Sir Lord Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. That's on my want list.
Yeah. This is came out in 1970. What's the name of this record? I can't even remember the fucking name of the record. Kingdom Come. 1970. They only released like 2 or 3 records. And they were all like right there. Like 70, 71, they released like 3 records or whatever. And I didn't know. I figured it was a reissue, and it is. And I wanted to look to see, of course, my glasses broke, so let's see what I can.
Trading Places reissue.
Trading Places.
I'm not familiar with
I'm going to
them.
see if it was from Europe or the UK. Licensed under Cherry Red Records, limited for UK and Japan. So this may be the UK, actually. Which I was trying to look on Discogs. If I'm not mistaken, this probably should be blue vinyl. I didn't look. But people said
check
this,
it out.
But people said this sounds really fucking good. Nice gatefold of this thing. And for folks that don't know, a lot of people say, I know we've said it before, like Blue Cheer gets that moniker as being like one of the first like heavy metal bands when they covered Summertime Blues and shit. But I think this is the first time the term heavy metal was used. And a lot of people say this is the first like heavy metal record. It's kind of one of those things where, if nothing else, it's a proto metal record.
Right.
Hard and heavy psych that gets really into that precursor to what heavy metal was going to eventually be. But this is a nice, big, thick gatefold. Really nice looking, nice and glossy. I think this should be blue. And I'm wrong, it's black. I don't know. Unless that's super dark. No, it's black. Well, now I don't know. I'm going to go back to Discogs and look. But it's, I don't think this has been reissued very many times. But, yeah, if you guys have never heard this Sir Lord Baltimore, if you're a fan of the stuff that we like the Stoner Doom shit, this is one of the bands that people fucking mention all the time. Like as far as like influences for bands like Caius and all those Stoner Doom bands that we really love. Especially the early, like all the modern bands, they always list like Caius and Fu Manchu and Sleep and stuff like that for like stuff that they like. But those initial bands they always mention Sir Lord Baltimore and Mountain and Blue Cheer and the early ZZ Top records,
right?
And even Grand Funk and some of that stuff as influences to like what that initial wave of Stoner Doom, Desert Rock, whatever stuff. And yeah, that's one of the ones. It's escaped me forever. I've never run into Sir Lord Baltimore records at all. Have I went online and tried to like pick something up used? No, but I've when it popped, that was $15.
Steal.
That was $15, and it was a reissue. And people say the reissue sounds pretty fucking good. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a fucking shot.
Hell yeah.
This was another one that was up on the Jay took off, didn't he?
Yo, yeah.
Motherfucker. Another reissue that I don't own anything physically from this band. And it's a band that, man, talking about just skipping over for whatever reason, as a kid, as a teenager, even as a young musician and shit, I never considered this band, thought about this band, gave two fucks about this band. It wasn't until Jay came over here with some of these records in the early record night days that I was like, wait, I think I may have missed the fucking boat on this shit. And I really did. The Cult.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm a big Cult guy. This is
Barry.
The Electric. And this was, I didn't know it, but this is, we just talked about this a couple of weeks ago. This was my entry point for this for this band, because it has Aphrodisiac Jacket on it. And I know Aphrodisiac Jacket from one of my favorite 80s movies. We're just talking about this, called Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon. You ever seen that?
Nuh-uh.
It's got Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Rudy. People know him from Lord of the Rings, if you're a fucking nerd. But it's like you get kids that get sent away. Actually, it's got Eddie from Growing Pains in it. Remember Mike's friend Eddie on Growing Pains?
No, I probably would.
He's in that as well.
Recognize him.
But anyway, but there's a scene where they're getting ready to do this rock climbing maneuver called the Devil's Tooth. You have to swing across this fucking thing. But as they're like walking across, they play this song. And I always loved it as a kid and had no idea what it was. Well, it was Aphrodisiac Jacket. And anyway, this is a reissue from, let's see if I can figure it out. It was actually up on the wall there.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of those things, it says 87, but I'm like, it said 87, but like, feel this. And I was like, that doesn't feel like an 87 record.
Mm-mm.
Beggar's Banquet, I think originally. No, what's the, it's called Beggar's Banquet?
Yeah, Beggar's Banquet.
Beggar's Banquet, yeah. I think this one is blue.
Yeah, that's the Rolling Stones deal, right?
Let's see what this looks like.
Yeah, got some blue action.
This is also a nice, I hadn't really looked at this. It's a nice gatefold. But you could tell the cardstock of the sleeve and the inner sleeves as well. That's something else that gave it away.
Right, it's not old stuff.
The inner sleeve is like super thick and nice. And I'm like, of course, this is the guy was like, yeah, it's a reissue. And I was like, it's on blue vinyl. I'm going to guess this is, not an OG. But fine, whatever. Again, this was $15.99. And I know I love this record. Jay has brought it over and played it. I know I love this shit, but I've never owned any Cult physically.
Pretty sure I got that on CD.
Had some digital stuff that over the years, and I'm kind of a new convert to the Cult. And this is when, so I guess they'd been considered kind of more like, kind of some like gothic rock or shit like previous to this. They bring Rick Rubin in on this record to kind of capitalize. There was a concerted effort to like make it a more like modern, heavy rock kind of sound, because like the kind of the glam shit was kind of popping off and all that. So it's much more of a like, they really made an effort to make it sound like an 80s like hard rock record, and it ticks all the boxes for that. I mean, it really does. I think for me, a lot of times, I really, that's kind of stuff that I wasn't really drawn towards. But here I am at this stage of the game. I am. For whatever reason, the tides have shifted, and I am. I totally am. You need the first Bang LP if you don't have it. Yeah, you know what? It's funny you said that. They had the Bang LP. They had an OG of the Bang LP on the wall. And I want to say it was like $45 up on the wall. And I thought about that. I thought about that for a minute. But again, I'm also having $27,000 worth of work done to my house. So this may be the last records I buy for the next, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. So this could be the end of the show.
What? No way.
It's it's tough days over here. But today it's been a tough week dealing with I've been doing a bunch of house shit, and it's been pretty stressful because I don't handle stuff like that very well. Spending money and dealing with people. But I knew I was rolling into a fucking vacation, and I wanted to like, let's make it feel like a vacation. So I got a little Bojangles fucking Cajun filet meal. I went and picked up my fucking Sir Lord Baltimore, and in the process, I found that Cult. I also found.
Well, shit, we got more.
I got one more. This past week, I've really been on I've been on an Ian MacKaye fucking deep dive. I've been listening to nothing this week but fucking Minor Threat and Fugazi. It's been like that for a couple of weeks, really. And this was in there today, and I just had to grab it. I've never owned this. I own one Fugazi record, and I've owned a bunch digitally. I have never owned a physical copy, even digitally, honestly, of the very first Fugazi record, Repeater. I've never fucking owned this shit. It's popped up in fucking digital mixes and shit. And of course, I fucking love it. A lot of people say it's one of the 100 albums in the world that you have to own if you're a rock and roll fan. It's been in some publications. Like, this is one of those records. It's one of those records that kind of define an era, a generation, a time in music, a time and place that's just perfect. And this is something I really love about Fugazi and Discord Records is like, back in the day they were known for like setting their prices. This is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And like, we don't go beyond that and whatever. And even nowadays, it's a brand new reissue of a full ass LP, $18.99. In today's modern age, that's insanity.
Right.
For a full ass fucking LP of a band that I know I love the fuck out of, $18.99. All their stuff is like that. I love the fact that, I mean, obviously you got to do a little shucking and jiving in terms of like modern times and stuff, that, you know, inflation and all that jazz. But it's still way cheaper than any like modern reissue shit. I mean, if this was, I'm not throwing shade on anybody. If this was a Iron Maiden reissue, this would have been $42 goddamn dollars.
Right.
You know, and God bless them, but I love the fact that Fugazi can come in and still be the pioneers of this fucking, like, no man, this is what it costs. You know? Yeah, would snag that Bang for 40? Yeah. I mean, I knew it was because this. You got jeans on?
No, I don't.
This is digging a hole in my leg. I'm gonna cut my.
You worried about cutting it?
I'm gonna cut my golf shorts open. I got it.
Okay.
But
get out the knife, man. Number one, raise the shop. Cut somebody.
Oh, isn't this funny?
Blue.
Also blue. Very cool. I'm really stoked, especially how much I've been on a kick this past couple of weeks of listening to this shit. I'm really stoked to have this, honestly. Maybe more than anything, just because it's where my headspace is at right now. I'm really stoked to get that.
What year is this originally? Like 87?
89 or 90, I believe. It may have come out in 90.
Oh, it does say right here, 1990.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. It's funny because I knew when I really got into like alternative rock, grungy shit in the 90s, I always like, this is, you know, pre-internet, I always knew of Fugazi and I kind of knew of the lore behind them, but I really didn't understand like what their deal was and why it was so hard to run across stuff is, you know, what makes Fugazi. They didn't legendarily like they got really popular and like Rolling Stone wanted to do an interview with them. And of course Ian MacKay's like straight edge as fuck. He's like, you know, we'll do an interview. Can you do a fucking month without advertising alcohol and tobacco in your fucking magazine? And they were like, no. And they're like, okay, well, cool. Well, we're not doing a fucking interview. And even though that's not my bag, I've always respected the fuck out of that.
Right.
So, you know, that's why it was like tougher for guys like me, you know, here in the country in North Carolina to, without older brothers and shit that were into punk rock and stuff, to like really kind of understand and fall into Fugazi because I had nobody to kind of show me the way. I just kind of knew of them because, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting that on. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
Dig of the week.
Why did I do commercials before Dig of the Week?
I don't know, man. You were feeling good.
Fuck. That was backwards.
Yeah. So what are we gonna do to get set up for?
We're gonna do Soda Speak.
Soda Speak.
We're just gonna do Soda Speak.
Just
right
go
now.
get the shit.
Yeah, go get the
All
shit.
right, I go get the shit.
As soon as I can find my cursor. My cursor's like disappearing. My mouse is fucking double clicking. I don't know what the fuck's going on. We'll do Soda Speak.
To this day when I hear it, the spoof.
Oh, your thing is apple fritter. Oh shit! Was I talking during that?
No. Oh, yeah.
We are now.
It's all good. Let me kill this before we get into it. Speaking of being straight edge, let me kill this beer right fast.
Kill a beer. Hey there, poser. I wish you were a beer. Don't be a repeater offender.
Psycho sluts from hell.
Like, speaking of that,
So, I wish you were a beer.
yeah. I saw that. But right now I've got Suicidal Tendencies CD in the car.
Nice.
Still psycho after all these years. It's like some 90s comp.
Hell yeah. Yeah. All right, so for so to speak, what did you do this time?
All right, man, we went out. We were like grocery shopping, and like you guys like heard of a movie that they redid, or I don't know if they. I don't even know what they did. I don't pay attention to that shit. Oh, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they're redoing Beetlejuice.
I loved fucking Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good flick.
As a fucking kid.
Love Tim Burton, man.
Love fucking Winona Ryder in that. I don't know. I was always a big fan of Winona Ryder.
Yeah, sure.
Heathers
I'm a big
and
Michael
all that
Keaton
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more of a Mr. Mom guy.
Right, Mr. Mom.
For sure.
What was the damn Gung Ho?
Night Shift. Wasn't it called Night Shift?
I forget. Yeah.
And
I
then
think
Henry
so.
Winkler.
So then, bam. So we got Beetlejuice soda.
Show this off. So Fanta has done a Beetlejuice crossover. If you see what it says, Haunted Apple.
Uh-oh. Mikey Banana's got another apple soda.
Dude, I've been fucking barking up this tree since we started this goddamn show. Even when I was a little fucking kid, I remember asking my mom, why are there no goddamn apple sodas? It seems like a layup. Apple pie is the fucking USA #1 razor sharp flavor. And then we got orange and grape and all these fucking soda flavors, and there's no apple soda. That's horse shit. Mexicans do it. They do it right. They do a good apple soda. USA never had one. Actually, I think there may have been a Fanta back in the day, or maybe this is what this is. It's either a Fanta or a Faygo or something back in the day that was an apple, but it was short-lived.
Yeah, I don't.
But anyway, boom.
Cheers. We're gonna do some Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Oh.
And I've cheated. I've actually been drinking these things. Because, of course, the Salt Man got a whole fucking 12-pack. That's why we're doing cans. It wasn't like I found it at the convenience store.
That's good. It tastes like my initial impressions. It's not as much apple as it is like an apple empanada. I taste like some cinnamon and some pastry in there. It's like it's like an apple pastry soda. In a good way, but it's not like carbonated apple juice.
Right, yeah.
There's some other nonsense going on there in a good way. Very good. Does it describe what this is? Other than haunted apple? Caffeine free. I don't know about that. A lot of sugar. It's a movie partner.
Right, it just says spiced apple soda, naturally flavored with other natural flavors.
Man, it really stays with you. As I'm breathing out, I'm still like tasting it. It's weird.
Now, that's taken me a while. I guess this has kind of got to grow on me. It's very sweet.
Yeah, 100%.
Sugar is fucking poured all over this. But I was gonna say, like, it's like that autumn spiced apple candle.
Yeah,
has been like shoved up my ass.
Yeah,
and I'm like vomiting through my nose. That's how forceful it is.
Yeah.
This haunted apple drink.
It's like an apple Betty, like an apple cinnamon with some pastry. Like I taste like the.
See now, the pastry thing. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's like a.
If you like bought a good apple Danish,
apple fritter. Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
you get a convenience store, like and you. Yeah, it's good. I'm not much of a sugary soda guy, but like this is good.
And then you want the caffeine. So yeah, I didn't know who all was going to be there. So there's going to be another extra sugar soda for you sometime during your week off.
That would taste good with some vodka in it. I'm just throwing that out there. That would be really good with some vodka in it. Hell yeah. What do you say there, Tank?
Tank heard about this haunted apple.
Beetlejuice come? Come on, Aaron. What are you doing?
And it is green.
Each can contains a percentage of Michael Keaton's pee. All right. You guys are fucking on one. I don't know what we're doing.
It is green.
Is it really? You pour it out as a green?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow, it is green. It's like thermonuclear green. Yeah,
it's like neon green.
Wow. Holy shit, I didn't expect that. That's crazy.
That's why he's calling it Michael Keaton's pee.
That's crazy. You pour that in a glass. I bet that, especially for Halloween, that'd be something nice.
Oh,
for
yeah,
a Halloween drink, that'd be kind of cool, man.
You want some haunted apple? Tank wants some haunted apple.
Yeah, she does.
All right. You missed Fever.
She wants that Hoppe. Fever got her hooked on the Hoppe. She's fiending. She thinks you're Fever. She wants that fucking Hoppe.
I was gonna say I'm Jay when I got in the seat. Jay hasn't left tonight. He's staying. I'm just. This is my homage to the Zonk Man. I grew my beard out. I grew my hair. I gotta say some dumb shit.
Jay doesn't actually leave. He gets in his car and goes up here to the old Kmart parking lot and just sleeps for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh shit.
He doesn't actually leave. He gets up there until we're ready to play golf the next day.
Okay.
That's good stuff. All right, let's get into a little chip chat action.
All right.
Potato chips, how my mouth does do. Potato chips, how my mouth does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying.
Oh,
thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Sting City. Now, full disclosure on this, we do have an open bag special tonight.
OBS.
And it's Sweet Tea's favorite thing in the whole world. Shout outs to Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea!
She loves it when we do multiple chips on the show.
Oh, you're saying that. I thought it was... Oh, no, she don't.
But Wizard was kind enough to send these in. We've actually done these before, but I fucking love the fuck out of these.
Sweet Tea, 2 for the price of 1.
Aye. 2 for 1 is a goodbye. The Hers Jalapeno Poppers Puffs. It don't get much better than this. This is about as good as it gets. You doing the demonic rabbit? Can you tell our story?
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, I partake here a little bit.
So, back when we were playing a lot of band shows and shit, I would inevitably where we end up, hanging out with other bands or people that come to shows. I don't want to say fans, but yeah, sure, fans. I took a lot of photos. I was in a lot of photos. It was just buddies, people that came to shows, or we meet somebody cool or like whatever. So you're constantly getting your picture taken. And I was always doing this number, like everybody. Every picture. The fucking devil horns. Maybe they're crossed up. Maybe it's a single guy. Maybe it's this way.
Right.
Every picture, everybody's devil horning it up. And I get it. But at some point, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do the devil horns anymore. I just got tired of it. I didn't want to do the peace sign. And so we go down and I think we had already played with Killswitch Engage. We played with Slayer and Mastodon. I don't know if I told you that story.
Oh, yeah.
But another time we went down to Charlotte and Killswitch Engage was playing, And the opening band is who we were really going to see, a band called 36 Crazy Fists out of Alaska. Love the band, right? We were all really big fans of 36 Crazy Fists. And we ended up hanging out with the band a little bit. And I took a bunch of pictures with the band. The bass player, actually, we ended up going outside and fucking chiefing one down with the bass player, who was a super cool guy. He was a little bit older than the rest of the guys. But anyway, I'd made it this point where I was not doing devil horns anymore. That I came up with this new thing. This. And I said, everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, it's my new thing. It's the demonic rabbit. So for all my pictures from now on, I'm going to have the demonic rabbit in all my pictures. Which literally only lasted one night. And it's the night where we're down here hanging out with 36 Crazy Fists. So there's all these pictures of me with the band, who I love. Lead singer's got his arm around me, and I'm sitting there doing this number. I've got the demonic rabbit in all these fucking pictures. And I literally never done it since then, except for talking about it.
Right.
Anyway, neither here nor there. What that had to do with jalapeno popper puffs, how did we get there?
I was just randomly doing it in the camera.
Oh, that's right, that's right. But no, these fucking things are some of my favorite puffs of all time. 100%. They're so goddamn good. All right.
It was probably originally you were talking about 2 chips for sweet tea.
Yeah.
So
right.
I had 2, and then I
Gotcha.
switched over to the remembering about the story.
Yeah. And so we'll do another chip, something we've not done before. Something Zonkman brought to the program a while back. They've been sitting up there a good while.
Oh yeah. Expires November 22nd, 2023. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
I think it
kidding.
wouldn't be the first time, dude. That's what Steve comes over and I was like, hey, Zonkman brought fucking 30 chips over. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I got this shit on my wall. It expires in 2019. We're doing that. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, fuck people that send stuff into the show, Steve. Sure. Fuck this. It's going out of date. We're doing this. I'm like, all right, sure. These are Tostitos Salsa Verde.
Salsa Verde.
Okay, sure.
And this is just literally out of the break room at work.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured it cool, it's not... I
love the
there would
Salsa
be
Verde. That's my favorite salsa.
There would be no reason for you to do just a plain tortilla chip.
Yeah, we've done them, but
You've
yeah.
done them? Okay,
we've done plain tortilla. I mean, it's,
So
they're
I
not all
since
made
it had
equal.
a little spice going on. Then
What's your thoughts on a green salsa, like a salsa verde?
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah.
What I hate is when you buy it in the store, it's largely a mild salsa for the most part. But how I learned about salsa verde is going to a local restaurant, Mexican restaurant chain called Mi Pueblo. You've probably been to Mi Pueblo. And you could ask them for salsa verde. We just called it green sauce because back then we didn't know what the fuck it was.
Right.
But they would bring you the green instead of the red on the table with your chips. And it was super fresh. You could taste like that tomatillo, because that's what makes it salsa verde. It's tomatillos.
Oh, okay.
And super bright and fresh and hot as fuck. It was always super hot. But no salsa verde I've ever had anywhere else has been that hot.
Right.
It's always fucking mild. But anyway.
Because you're getting the authentic.
I don't know. I guess. Or maybe it's traditionally a mild salsa. I don't know. But at Mi Pueblo, the shit was fucking thermonuclear. That's what I know. You get these a lot out of the machine?
If I gotta go to the break room, that's usually what I choose.
Okay.
You can actually buy an overpriced little cup of salsa to get with it.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
Wow. That's good stuff. What's the difference between mild and medium? Is mild hotter? No, what the fuck's wrong with you? It goes mild and medium.
I mean, he's got a little bit up of the chip. It's just
wait a
not.
minute.
Oh, go ahead.
Scotty said, I'm making some tomorrow. Recipe I got from a Mexican ex-girlfriend.
Hmm.
Is she on Instagram or anything? Because I'll give her that fucking chilito downstairs, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. That was crass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fuck Scotty's ex-girlfriend.
Isn't that the one you always say you don't leave him with your wife?
You don't leave Scotty around. He's too good looking of a guy. You don't want to do that.
These are okay. They got a little bit of something on the chip. It's just,
Yeah, it's not crazy. They don't go over the top. To that point, though, I think if these were, in a much down situation, would I want more of this seasoning on the chip? Sure. But I think what this lends itself to is, I think these would make a really great dip chip.
Yeah.
Because I've never had a problem taking a Dorito and running it around in some cheese or some salsa or whatever the fuck's going on. But a lot of people have a problem with that. They want a very naked chip to be their dip chip. And I think this is a good middle ground to have where it's got a little something going on, but you could still use this in your salsa or your cheese or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it still be a kind of a basic chip with a little something else.
Good queso dip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people, I mean, Cameron, he was classic. He's a plain Jane kind of guy. He likes plain kind of stuff. So me sitting there eating like cheese dip with Doritos, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, like that blew his mind. You know, like to me, it's like, oh, it's more seasoning, more flavor.
Right.
More flavor here, more flavor there. Boom. The best of both worlds. But yeah, I think this could be a really great dip chip. I think it's a great chip on its own. But it's not too overbearing, and it would go great with a sandwich. I mean, like, you know, 100%.
A hot pimento cheese sandwich or something.
Now we're talking. My mom made some turkey salad. You ever had turkey salad?
No.
Like chicken salad, but with turkey. Found some recipe, did it up. I'm like, oh God, this is... Actually had some little dried cranberries in it, which is usually a for me. Because if you give me a chicken salad and it's got grapes and raisins and nuts and shit in it, I'm probably about to put you in a fucking triangle choke. But, and these calves are unrelenting when it comes to triangle chokes. But, no, I did enjoy it. It kind of fell away. It really didn't. It didn't overpower the. Because I even asked my mom, "Are these cranberries? You put cranberries in and shit?" And she's like, "Yeah, but you can't really taste them." I'm like, "What'd you put them in there for?" She was like, "You know." But I always ask, "Oh, you can't really taste it. What'd you put them in there for?" Don't tell me sticking grapes in chicken salad. Oh, you can't really tell. You can't really tell. Well, then don't put them in there.
Right. It's a a texture thing.
What is this, Russia? That. Don't put them in there. Gravy on it? No gravy. It's like a chicken salad sandwich. Gravy would be a little
turkey salad, yeah.
Be a little
That's more for the leftover Thanksgivings.
The best coleslaw I ever had raisins in it. You are now banned from this channel, That is fucking terrible. That is fucking terrible. Coleslaw with raisins in it? Ay. 2 for 1 is a fucking goodbye. Wow. That is fucking...
Hey, that's got to be some West Coast shit there.
That's some West Coast shit right there. Wow. That's tough. That's a tough look to walk around with. I don't know about that one. Agree to disagree.
There ain't no damn.
I'm not saying I wouldn't try
in the South
I'd
made
try
with raisins.
I've eaten my words before. I'd try it. I'm not a pussy. I'd try it. I'd eat my word. I'd be like, you know what? You're right, dude. Or I'd also be like, see, I told you, motherfucker. I'd also say that too. I'd say that too. All right, fuck. I don't want to talk anymore. This channel's done. This channel's so done.
What, you don't like us?
Oh yeah, smash that fucking like button. What do you hate us? Yeah, hit that button, man. God, I have $27,000 worth of repairs in my house. If we got a prom sub floating around, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, fuck Jay's kid, man. We're doing a GoFundMe for me.
Did you tell that to Jay?
No, of course I did. We need to. I'll be staying on some couches. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been a blast. Come back over to the Twitch channel if you want to listen to some record albums. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going right front to that fucking Fugazi record. That's what's
Fugazi.
That's what's really been stuck in my craw, man. 100%. Red Slaw for life. I'm there with you on that. I love a cold slaw, but I love a red slaw too. Some of these motherfuckers don't know about a red slaw. I got the hiccups.
RBQ.
I do love a red slaw. But yeah. All right. Again, done talking. Thanks again. We'll be live. At least Sunday, and hopefully a lot during the week. Maybe I'll even go live from the golf course this week. I'm off all week. It's going to be big time business. We'll see you over there. Yeah.